All right. Screen. Here we go. Public. All right, I'm sending you the link. This is a game from 10 days ago.
Okay.
Let's see. I put it in Skype, but I could put it in Discord if you want.
No, I got it. I got it. Okay.
Can I call you on Skype?
Let me set this up. I'll call you when I'm ready. Give me a little bit. Okay. I'll call you. Alright.
I'm muting my Skype.
Yeah, me too. Okay, let me start the screen share.
So I think it's the plus button at the bottom now.
Oh, there we go. You see it?
Yeah, I see it.
Okay. Oh, 1 second. I actually have to open something. Okay, so this game was 10 days ago, you said?
Yeah. What rank was I during the last time that we did one?
Like gold 1, I think, gold 2, something like that.
Yeah.
So it was like quite a while ago now. Yeah. We've climbed quite a bit.
Yeah. My original goal was to get to platinum, like during this season. But now I need to aim higher.
Yeah.
I'm gonna see if I can get to diamond.
Underestimated yourself. Yeah. It's a good goal. You still got like seasons usually end in like October, November-ish, so you still got quite a bit of time.
Yeah.
What are you right now? Like Plat 4, right?
Yeah. I was almost plat 3, and then I just like had a bunch of those games that I consider to be like unwinnable.
Unwinnable, yeah. That always sucks.
Sometimes you just get unlucky.
Yeah. Alright, so let me get started on this. Whoa. Okay. So I'm waiting for you to hit tab so I can see who you're jungling against. So you got Jax top, Zed mid, Lucian and Soraka. So straight off the bat, you guys are pretty much like full AD, so you should try to end this game pretty fast. And you're against Cho'Gath Fiora.
Oh, is there any way you can make the screen take?
Oh yeah. My bad. Forgot. There we go. You can see it still, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So straight off the bat, you guys are full AD team comp. They don't have like necessarily like a real tank. Kled builds like mainly bruiser, same with Fiora. Cho'Gath usually builds like full tank, but he's mid, so he's probably gonna get some AP. But just in general, if you have a team comp that's basically all AD, if you don't end the game within like 30 minutes, it usually gets like pretty unwinnable. Or not unwinnable, but very, very difficult to win. So always take that into account. You're against
Yeah,
Kled.
I didn't even notice we were all AD.
You're against Kled jungle. I don't really know how this matchup goes. I don't think Kled jungle is very good, but I guess he like if he finds you early on, he could still kill you. So be a little careful, I guess. Um, See him show right there in the river, so you can pretty much assume he's gonna start bottom. Looks like you're just gonna start bottom here as well. Pretty standard. So as far as matchups go, pretty much every lane like loses. Top lane is like the only lane that might have a winning matchup, but even then it's not guaranteed at all. As far as like lanes you can gank go as well, you don't have very many, no real setup bottom, not much setup middle, and some setup top, but it's obviously it's not guaranteed because of Fiora, and it's pretty tough to gank Fiora too. So in the early game, you should probably just look to farm here. Um, Not many good lanes to gank really. It's kind of a rough situation because you don't have like many lanes to gank, but at the same time, it's kind of a game you want to end early because your team comp is full AD. So your play is really gonna, like, you playing well is really gonna be very important for the scope of this game. Okay. And the sound is a little delayed. Is it for you too?
I don't even hear any sound.
Oh, I guess you don't hear it through your screen share. Okay, whatever. I'll just deal with it. It's not really a big deal.
Don't really need sound.
Yeah. Okay. You lost your Q stacks. Just make sure you pull the grump a little further. Good. You're watching your lanes now. You're watching your lanes now. Next step is to do it with the F keys. So, watching it with anything is good for starters. Okay. On the wolves here. 2 points to Q, right?
I actually need to rebind my F keys and then I might start using them.
Okay. That's good. Oh, okay. Okay, so you're not skilling yet because you're potentially looking for a gank here, so that's good awareness at least. Not just autopiloting. This is not really a gank. Okay, so this is something that you'll see like pretty often, and you need to start to identify more quickly because you waste a bit of time here.
Yeah.
1 second. Okay, so just from this position, you can see the lane is going to push. He's got he's got 3 casters and 2 melees and a cannon versus 3 casters and the 1 cannon. Like just from this position, you can tell like the lane is going to push. Unless he starts using every spell on the wave, but if he uses every spell on the waves, that's just gonna kill him. So it's not really important. Because of the way Zed's positioning. If Zed was positioning like right here, then Cho'Gath could use all his spells right here, and Zed wouldn't be able to harass him because he has to dodge the spells first, or like he might just get hit by him, and then he'll hit. Yeah.
I think because I don't lane a lot, I don't really know about like wave pushing very much.
Yeah. So just in general, you can just count the minions usually.
Yeah.
If there's 2 or 3 more on one side, that will probably push to the other side, just as a general
rule. And cannons and melee count as more than range.
Range do more damage, melee are just tankier. So if there's like a huge stack of like ranged, it'll push like really fast.
I see.
So yeah, just from here you can tell like yeah, the lane's gonna push here, so there's no real threat to dive him. You guys don't really do enough early on, so not real point in any coming. So
yeah, wasted a little time.
Yeah. Okay. So I don't actually like that ward either. In this case, it's a little better to put the ward in this bush, just because it's more likely their jungler will come try to get the scuttler, right? This early on, and then that ward will spot him doing the scuttler, and if he wants to gank after it, he'll have to go through that ward. And even if he comes through this way to just sneak a gank, that ward will also still see him, and it'll give him more advanced notice to get out. Whereas if you only have this ward, he might just get killed anyway, just because he doesn't have enough notice. Okay, so now you skill your Q. Let's get awareness. Nice ping because you realize you're looking up too late though. You gotta be watching what's happening a bit earlier than that. Yeah. So he gets dove. He looks like he trades a kill. Okay, so not the worst thing in the world, but yeah. So yeah, so it's really good that you're aware that that dive is a possibility. But if you're aware that dives is a possibility, that's even more reason for you to put your ward like right here at the exit of the blue buff. So like when he exits his jungle to go for that level 3 gank, you can see him and you get ready to counter gank him
Yeah, I
when that
didn't actually
happens.
know that that was diveable.
Yeah, but yeah, that's just a result of you not watching lanes enough. So, but yeah, that's fine. Just something to remember. So Jax thankfully has DP, not Ignite or anything else, so he doesn't lose. He doesn't instantly lose the lane off that, but that is pretty bad. So in your mind, you should be aware that right now that lane is probably going to lose, and play around that information. Whether that means you just never go there anymore, or you need to gank there soon to pull it back. Just be aware that that lane is now probably going to lose. So you're gonna have to go back after this, which is fine. Top will be gankable. Like top is not at a good timer for you to gank anyway right now, so because the
Right.
lane's gonna be pushing back. So go ahead and clear here, and just go back. So you gotta be watching. You got every single time the jungler shows, you gotta be hitting tab to CCS, and start getting into the habit of that because Kled came up top and you still like and died and you still haven't really. I don't think you've hit tab a single time to see a CS, and he re-shows again middle, which will like when the jungler shows up once for like a level 3 gank and then shows up again. That gives you so much information on like what he's done, um,
Right.
because like normally people will do the normal thing like where they'll do like they'll start at the bottom side, right? They'll get the bottom side buff, they'll go up and get like wolves, and then or they'll get wolves second, you know, depending what side they're on, and then they'll get their other buff, and then they'll go top, right? And then they'll have 5 CS, and then after that gank or whatever, they'll usually go get their Gromp or something, and then they'll recall, and then they'll go get golems, right? Because that's like the only camp that's still up, or like they'll get the golems and then the rafters, right? So,
Mhm.
um, hitting tab on the first, like even on, just on the first one gives you a bunch of information. Hitting tab on the second one also gives you a bunch of information. So you gotta get in the habit of doing that, just to like see what their CS is.
Yeah.
I can give you like the exact numbers of like every clear
Yeah.
later.
I have a notepad of the exact numbers.
Oh, okay,
Um,
nice. Okay, so you can't really do much there, unfortunately.
I haven't memorized them yet, so sometimes I'll press tab, see the number, and like not really know what was going on.
Okay, I'll give you something for that after the session because I've got something set up for that. Okay, so that guy actually that guy lived somehow. I don't even understand how. I thought he was super dead, but yeah. You couldn't really do anything there. You were out of mana because you chose to do golems, which is fine. Like I said, heavy emphasis on like early farm this game until you're strong enough to like force ganks. Okay, so going straight through. Going on to Caitlyn. Okay, and you just get bubbled. Okay. So I don't like this gank for multiple reasons. One, Soraka is not even here, so while Soraka isn't like doesn't help you a bunch in setting up ganks like this, it's still better than nothing. You know, at least you get the safety that you can go like really hard because you get heals and stuff. Um, and just like two, you don't ping it like at all. Like I'm not even sure like Lucian like realized you were coming for the gank until it was like too late for him to even like follow up properly. And
Yeah.
like it's not a high success rate gank, really, you know, because you're gonna have to run them all the way down the lane, and if you get hit by like one slow or like the bubble that you got hit by there, like the gank is pretty much like immediately over, right? Like you're
Is
not
it
gonna be able to kill him.
possible if I trade the movement speed for a flash?
Is it if you trade the movement speed for a flash? On paper, like yes, but the thing is, like you have camps to farm like while you go for this gank, so like you're basically trading like your Ghost for Flash, but you're also trading your like your cap efficiency.
Yeah.
And just in general, I don't think it's worth it because if you farm up and you hit your 6 and you come bottom, like you can usually get their flash and kill them too, which is
Yeah.
like obviously like more preferable. And because of like the timer of the game right now, like your Gromp was already up, right? And then
Yeah.
your Wolves would have been up after you finish Gromp, and then after you finish your Wolves, your Rafters would have been up. So like basically like you could have just like farmed through in this time
Right.
frame. But now you're probably going to be a bit like 15-20 seconds like behind. Like your rafters are probably going to spawn like as you're doing wolves or something, or maybe even as you finish this Gromp. Which, like, in the end, like, yeah, it doesn't seem like a lot of time lost, but um, there's no need to lose the time basically, because like you had the opportunity to just farm everything out here. Okay, so you hit the plant there. That's fine. Show your team the ward. Yeah, so now your rafters are up, like, and you barely started your wolves. So make sure you're spamming your pots. Good. Cut. Cut. So he's getting aggressed on. Cut. Just defended him. So now he's going to your rafters. Cut. It's kind of an awkward situation because you don't have mid lane priority because your mid laner is really chunked. You are level up on the Kled, so you have that going for you. Smite it, nice. Turn on your W and kill them all. Okay, a little late, but worked out. Back up. Make sure you don't fight here. You can't fight here. Yep. Ooh, okay, well, yeah, just get out of here. There's nothing you can do. That guy misplayed. Okay, so just go get your blue buff here and most likely recall. Top lane got solo killed at the same time, so it's really, really dangerous for you to go for your Krugs. It's really good that you didn't. That's a really greedy play. Have I explained lane priority to you? I think I have, right? Okay, okay. So basically, lane priority, it's just like a fancy way of saying like who has like lane pressure, I guess, right now at the moment. It's just called priority. I don't know why people started calling it priority, but basically means who has lane pressure. And obviously, in that whole like situation, you didn't have lane pressure because Zed was chunked out. That's not the only way to not have pressure. If your laner is like down a level, or if your laner is just getting minions pushed into his turret, you also don't have priority. So when you see those scenarios, then you have to be really careful about farming your jungle in areas where that lane that you don't have priority in can come like fast in. Like I'm sure you've played some games where like your mid lane just loses really hard, and every single time you do rafters, it seems like they're trying to kill you, right?
Right.
So like when you realize like you're in a situation like that, you need to put defensive control wards as much as possible around that side of the jungle, so you can farm like in like relative safety at least. You know, they can obviously like still like even if you have wards like watching it, they can still come try to stop you. But at least you see them coming and you shouldn't die to them. And you like if you see that coming, then you can like either pull the camp further so they can't harass you, or just like smite it and run really fast.
And just like when they are winning their lane, you do that.
Yeah. When you're ahead, you want to put your control wards like in their jungle or like in the river. But when you're behind and you need to farm your camps, you need safety to farm your camps, then you put them like that little bush like entering your jungle right there, or like on your blue buff, or like right here in the river, like entering your jungle, like that bush. Those are like three really good ones to place when you're behind and you just want your camps to like not be invaded on. Because like this game, basically you're not gonna have any like lane priority in like the whole top side of the map. Because mid lane is losing really hard. He was losing before he died, and he just lost a million minions to turret. Same thing with top. He was losing before he died too, and he just lost a million turrets to top, million minions to top there too.
Yeah.
So normally it's a bit inefficient to get your blue buff and then just recall, but you didn't really have too much choice in this case because of how your pathing ended up. All your bot side camps were down, and you had to recall. And Krugs weren't safe, so you didn't really have much choice in the matter here. So you actually find a plant here. She's gonna be watching bottom. Yeah. You're a bit late here because you weren't watching closely. Should be a pretty free cleanup. Oh boy. Okay, good job. Good job.
Is it close one?
That was a very close one, yes. Okay, so ooh, yeah, normally you would push that, but you don't know where Caitlyn is, so it's a bit greedy. Don't even know if Caitlyn's level 6. You might just get ulted trying to push that. So
the reason I didn't push it was not because I was scared of the enemy team. It was like I've been getting yelled at for like pushing these lanes, and like my friend who I've been playing duo with a little, who is Diamond, was like yelling at me for it, and he was saying like how I should only push it in like certain circumstances and like.
Yeah, that's true. This is a circumstance where you push it though.
I see.
So basically, okay, this is another thing about lane control. This takes a while to explain. I'm just gonna explain it like I'll just explain it briefly. When the like a full minion wave crashes into a turret, pretty much always it's gonna reset the lane into the middle, and from that position, whether you push it or not depends on how soon laners will get back to the lane. If laners are still like not gonna get back to the lane,
Because I
like
just killed them, right? So.
yeah, then you would push it. Like in this case, like I don't know like where Caitlyn is. From while you're killing these guys, like, she's already alive, so it's not the worst thing in the world to not push this. But like basically here when the new wave. Okay, so basically this wave isn't even like full HP. So it's fine to leave it here. This most likely will push into your turret, based on this position. But even then, like you probably, if Caitlyn doesn't get here in time, you can push that wave in and it'll hit the turret and it'll just reset as well. So either there, it's fine to not push it, or push it. It doesn't really matter in that case. It's kind of hard to tell you like when to push and not push kind of thing without knowledge of like how the minion wave looks. But just in general, if you can push it into the turret in time before they get back, just do it every time.
Yeah, yeah.
No matter if I'm sure your diamond friend like he understands like the lane like pushing and how it works. But for like random like people you meet in your solo queue games, pretty much like 90% of them will just ping you back anyway, even if it's not the right play. So don't worry too much about them.
Yeah, yeah. Like what he was trying to explain to me was like how like top lane he tries to like
Freeze
I
it?
forget the word he used, like a slow wave or something.
Slow push it or freeze it? Okay, yeah.
Yeah, like he was like, oh, I like freezed it perfectly and then you messed it up or something like that, right?
Yeah. Yeah, sometimes that's the case. I can show you some like minion wave videos and stuff that explain it a bit better than I do. That guy is super dead. Oh wow, good juke with his ultimate actually. Wow. What the fuck happened? Oh, he flashed over. Okay. Well, okay. So here you would definitely push. This is where you would definitely push the wave. Oh, he even pings you to push it too. Okay. Yep. Because everyone's dead in this case. It's just free XP for you. This is your dream, dude. Your laner gets a double kill but dies. You just get all the minions. Okay. So that should hit turret. Okay, so the Cho'Gath TPs.
So is putting my controller there not as good as the
It's a little better there because then you have like advanced knowledge of when they come in. And also you see if they go upwards as well. Whereas this one, like usually they'll do this and then they'll like go back around. Like they won't go for both camps by going straight up usually. That's like super greedy. So yeah, that gives you a bit more information because also if you have that ward there and it's placed right at the edge of the bush, if the enemy jungler tries to do that gank where they like walk behind your mid laner through this area, then it'll spot them as well.
Yeah.
So it's just more information. The only thing this ward really does better is like if you suspect there's a ward directly in the bush, then you can clear it. But
yeah.
It's really not worth it to do just for that, for like the extra protection you get putting it a little deeper. Okay. Having your red buff here. Make sure you keep spamming your Hunter's Pot. Good. Okay, so you gotta be really choosy with your ganks here because Fiora is really easy at 1v2ing, really good at 1v2ing people when she's ahead, and she's most definitely ahead at the moment. Cho'Gath, very hard to gank. Not very hard to gank, but very tanky when he gets ahead, and he is ahead in this case. So don't walk past this way after Fiora just warded. You can't see where if you have mid priority necessarily right now, just because I don't see the minions in the wave. But you definitely don't have top lane priority because this guy isn't even in lane, and even if he's in lane, it doesn't really do much because he's down 2 levels right now. Like he's getting demolished. So like if Kled is like right here and he ults you from like anywhere in his bot jungle, you're instantly dead right now because Fiora is just gonna collapse on you. And if you bait your team into a fight right here, you're just gonna lose because your lanes are losing right now.
Right.
He just warded that bush. You saw him walk down toward it, so you shouldn't be walking through this way right now. It's very dangerous. I understand you want the plant, but it's
Yeah.
pretty sketchy to do it the way you did. So, oh god, don't even look tough at the moment. Really, it's so scary. Okay, so. Okay, so this is even more sketch just because of the same reasons. Like, you literally just walk past the ward.
Right.
And he lost vision of you, like, right as you passed the plant you got. So, he probably assumes you're on the blue already. He's probably already told his team. Maybe he's not that bright, actually, because he's still trying to kill Jax, but, he should be telling his jungler, like, what's going on. Okay. Okay, so... Somehow he sets up this gank, like, perfectly for you. Okay, so when you're playing against Fiora, obviously she has that parry ability, so it's actually pretty easy for Hecarim to outplay because I'll freeze exactly when. So right as you run next to him, every single Fiora is gonna parry like right here because they assume you're just gonna run right into them. They're gonna use the parry move, right? Because they're gonna assume you're just gonna run right into them, right?
Right.
Because that'll kill them.
Just point next to her.
Yeah, you just wait. You just like wait. You just wait because he's gonna parry like right now. Right as you hit him, he has to parry or he's dead. So he's gonna 100% parry here.
Yeah.
And then you just wait it out. It lasts 0.5 seconds, and then you just kill him right after. Because this gets
0.5 seconds.
0.5 seconds, yeah.
Yeah.
So, because like you almost get Jax killed here because he blocks your parry, which is a
Right.
hard CC, so it stuns him, and then he nearly kills Jax here. So
Yeah.
it gets Jax has to flash away, and then yeah. So yeah, against Fiora it's really easy because every Fiora is gonna parry
Yeah,
that.
that's a good point because like I've never tried that before.
Yeah. Okay, so helping him shove the wave here. Oh boy, this guy is so greedy. What the hell? Holy shit! Wait, why did your Jax stay? Oh god. Okay, that guy's.
I ulted so that my guy wouldn't die.
Yeah, and he died anyway to Red's fight. Yeah. Red's fight is busted. Alright, so you got it into the turret, so that's good. So you haven't been looking at CS, so you can't really know if Kled took his bot side jungle before he came top. I would wager no, because you're 3 levels ahead of him right now, but it's understandable if you don't want to risk it right now. I want to see your gold. Why can't how do I get this thing to disappear? At the bottom. Let me just minimize this. Holy shit. God damn, I still can't see your gold. Oh god.
Maybe let me try loading it in Firefox and see what happens.
Okay. I'm sure there's a way to get rid of this bottom part.
Oh yeah, I think the Firefox one is way better.
Let me see if I even have Firefox. No, I don't know.
I don't know. Click download if you want.
Yeah, I'll just download it real quick, I guess.
Yeah, Firefox auto hides the bottom bar.
Oh, okay. Let me stop the screen share real quick. I think my computer's like real slow doing it. So let me just get this downloaded real quick.
Oh, one of your viewers said to just right-click Save As and use Windows Player.
Save. Oh, what the hell? Is that a thing? Interesting. Let me try that. I accidentally closed my chat. I don't even have it open right now. Save as MP4 video. How long will this take though is the question.
It depends on your internet speed.
Yeah, I guess. Firefox. Oh yeah, there's no way I can download this while streaming. It's good. It's like 1 hour, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck it. Maybe for the next time. Let me just get Firefox. It shouldn't take very long. So what's the highest you've peaked this season? Like diamond? I mean, not diamond. Plat 400 or like were you in series or?
I never. The highest was like flat for like 75 or so.
Okay, not
I mean,
bad.
I'm like pretty close to the highest I've been.
Nice. Um,
I haven't really played that much in the last month.
okay. You just you hit plat, kind of took it easy, or you just been playing like other
Well,
stuff?
I've been playing some player unknown battlegrounds.
Oh, but oh yeah, that game is real fun. All right, so where are we? We're 12:35. Put this in. Oh yeah, this is so much nicer. Okay, let me switch my scene real quick. What the hell? What the hell? Looks really weird on my stream though. What the hell is going on? Oh, I think I figured it out. Or not. What the fuck? Let me just try this. Yeah, that's good enough. Alright, let me restart the screen share. Why doesn't it give me the option to screen share my Firefox? What the hell? I guess I have to just share my whole screen. Not a big deal. Alright, you see it?
Oh wait, 1 second. Yeah, I see it.
Okay.
Oh, by the way,
Yep.
this game is in my last 20 games. I just checked.
Oh, this game?
Yeah, it is. Like I see it right here. So if you want to switch, we can.
Nah, this is better because I can see like your first person. So,
Yeah.
okay. I was gonna say if you have enough fertility force and you're going for this gank, this is a terrible idea. But I guess you don't have enough, so it's not the worst idea in the world. But this is still a really greedy gank because like you have all these camps up, right? And you're what are you like 20, let's see, this is 10, this is 1050 is 1450, Trinity Force is 37, so you're like 23, you're like 400 off Trinity. So you could get it basically by farming out all your bot jungle.
But I guess like, people always yell at me that like
you're farming too much.
that they're like pushed up the whole game.
Yeah.
So why am I not ganking and like?
Yeah, I mean it's all about like balancing like between like going for good ganks and like going for ganks that benefit your laners. Yeah, like the thing is like they can complain that they'll push up all lane, but if they have like champ like Soraka Lucian, like there's literally like almost no setup for you, then you're just wasting your time. You know, sometimes it just happens. You know, sometimes like it is your fault. Definitely that like maybe they are push up all lane and you got like a I don't know like a Braum or like a Leona who can set up for you. Don't do this. This is so stupid. Yeah. Okay, that can set up for you and you don't come, then yeah, that's on you, right? But in this case where they're literally like a duo lane that's like just going to get pushed in because they're against Caitlyn and they have the sustain to just survive on their turret because of Soraka and like they don't have setup for you, like there's really not too much point. Like every now and then like you come just to get your lane like breathing room, especially if it's to save the turret. But there's really not too much you can do for most people in this case, until you have at least Trinity Force. Because once you have Trinity Force, you can just kill them yourself, right? But until you get there, you're kind of limited. Like, it's really, really not worth your time, like most of the time, to come down in those cases. Once again, like in the same vein as not worth your time, this dragon definitely falls under that. But if your team really wants to do it, unfortunately, there's not much you can do. So I think I've explained my views on dragon to you before, right? That it's
I don't think so. Well, I'm not.
okay. Oh god. Well, let's watch this fight first. This is
Did not ult well there.
this is a mess of a fight. Oh god, this guy's insane. Holy fuck. God, this fight is a goddamn mess. Holy shit. What is Zed doing? Okay, that's what he's doing. And Kled just got his ult back. What is Lucian doing? He's dead. Everyone's dead. Oh, now you're gonna die too, because they're gonna come, aren't they? Yeah, they're dead. Oh god. Alright, Soraka's flashing. Goodbye, blue buff. And yeah. Okay, so okay, maybe I haven't explained my views on Dragon. I know I've definitely told you Dragon gives you like no EXP, so it's like kind
Yeah,
of
you told me that before.
okay.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't want to do dragon there. He just started attacking it.
Yeah. Oh god, this is such a long, stupid play. Okay.
I just wanted to kill the ward.
Yeah, he hits this dragon immediately, like back ping like 20 times. Like this is so stupid on so many levels. One, you've got literally like more than like half of your net worth on you, like right now.
It's not even an infernal; it's a mountain.
Yeah, like even if it was infernal, this was still a bad play. Because one, like you have no idea where anyone is. Like this dude's missing, their jungler's missing, their bot lane's missing. For all you know, they're literally right here and like they're about to kill you for killing this ward. So that's like mistake number one with this play. Mistake number two is you have half your net worth on you and you haven't backed yet. So like you need to do that. Like right now you're probably weaker than like almost everyone on the map just because like you haven't spent your gold yet. And once you spend your gold, you're probably like the strongest dude like on the map. So like there's a huge difference here, and you guys are not only doing the dragon that's gonna be way slower because you don't have Trinity yet, you're like gonna be way weaker in a fight because you don't have those items yet. You don't have your attack speed, you don't have phage move speed, you don't have Trinity Force proc, like you don't have shit. Like you're so weak right now. Yeah. And you're gonna be even weaker if you do the dragon because you're gonna have to tank it. And you will get heals from Soraka, but if she heals you, then that means she's lower and she has to position more carefully in the fight. So that's problem two. And problem three is you have literally every camp up except your red buff right now that you could farm. And like you're basically gonna waste time, 30 seconds minimum to do the dragon, and then even more if they try to contest it, and even more if you fight afterwards. And like, so this fight lasts for quite a while, right? But even before this fight fucking starts, you have all the camps up. So you're basically wasting so much camp farming efficiency from this point on, from doing this dragon. Like I understand, like this guy starts it, I guess I have to do it, right? Like kind of mentality, but like you're getting fucked so bad for doing this dragon, and you might not even get anything from this dragon, you know? Like, Earth Dragon is pretty good, but, like, you're not even sure, like, at this point, like, you'll even get a chance to use it.
Right.
So it's, like, such a sketchy
I don't know what I did
proposition.
there.
Not much to say about that ultimate. You're going for Kled. This fight is kind of just not a good fight to take. Regardless of you having not spent and stuff, like, this is kind of just a stupid fight to take. Because, like, you guys, as soon as you use your ultimate the way you do, basically, the way the team comp is structured is your only real form of engage is you. And as soon as you use your ultimate like that and your ultimate's not up anymore, regardless if it's a good ultimate or not, like, if the fight doesn't continue, like, if the fight doesn't start on your ultimate, you shouldn't really fight at all, because you're literally the only engage on your team. Like, your Lucian has to flash forward with, like, 300 health to try to, like...
I don't know what he was doing.
Yeah.
I mean, he's also the guy that tried to start Dragon, right?
Yeah. So, as soon as Soraka takes the blast pad over, you get off this blue buff. There's no way you're finishing it without smite.
Was she unable to escape without taking the blast pedal?
No, she could have got off.
So she basically just fucked me, right?
Sort of. Yeah. I think honestly, if you had stayed in the bush and tried to finish it, they might not have seen you. But they would have been really greedy. Yeah. So, once again, you're probably gonna. So now you're in like the nightmare scenario. Like, you're forced back with literally like every camp like coming out, and like it's all they've. The worst part is they've already been up for like over a minute. Like as
Right.
soon as you start the dragon, and then like through that whole fight, they were up. Like, so you're ahead of Kled, right? Right now, I'm pretty sure you're still level up and you're still gold up. But you could be so much more ahead if you'd farmed out right now. You'd be like
Right.
2 levels and like extra like you'd have your like red smite basically on you right now, and like you'd be like red smite. Oh, right, I mean not red smite. You'd have like your boots and like another ruby crystal maybe even right now, which is ridiculous. Like at like 15, 16 minutes, you'd be like already like level 11. You'd have your Trinity Force, your Tutu boots. You'd be on your way to your Cinder Hulk. Like you'd be so strong had you just like not committed to that dragon, which was just a
Right.
terrible play. Like there are definitely times where I'll also be like, they started it, and I don't think it's like the worst call in the world, so like I'll stay and do it. But in a situation like that, you literally had like zero incentives to stay, right? It's not
Yeah.
a dragon you're sure you'll get something out of. You have all of your
I've
camps
also
up. Yeah.
been running into some bullshit, at least in the last 20 games, where like people will people will just rage quit,
Yeah.
like if you like don't do exactly what they want.
I mean, yeah, that'll just happen. It's just like you've played so many games at this point. Sometimes that shit just kind of happens.
Yeah, yeah.
It's just unfortunate. Okay, so now you're chilling bot lane. I would have just gone to get. Okay, so let me actually comment on your path coming out of spawn. So I really don't like this path coming out of spawn. You need to pick a side to commit to initially. So whether that's starting on the Gromp or starting on the Krugs, you just pick that side right now. Like you don't start on Wolves. Like starting on Wolves is just
Middle, right?
yeah. You want to end in the middle, not start on the middle, because you want to start on the sides and go to the middle, so you have the most options, not the opposite way around.
Yeah, because then once I go off to the side, now I'm like
You're committed. Yeah, right. So like so I was gonna comment on that because like right now you're in this position, right? You got 20 seconds on your ultimate, so ideally you'd really want to wait for this ultimate to come up, right? But
Right.
you don't have a choice to make right now because you did Wolves first, and you're ending on you ended Gromp, so you can't even turn back to the other side of your jungle now
Right.
without being inefficient.
I've been sitting for like 5 minutes.
Yeah. So it's just inefficient. And now like you're kind of down here because you feel obligated to gank now that you're just here because you don't want to waste your time, but like you're just 10 seconds on your ultimate, so you might as well wait. So you just put yourself in like a no-win situation. So now you're executing this gank. It's gonna go okay. It's going okay. If you had no flash, it would have been a kill too. Just because you're still like you're still strong. Don't get me wrong. Like 15-minute Trinity Force with Red Smite, that's pretty good. But like all this stuff I'm saying is just you could have been level 11 right now. Like
Right.
maybe even 12. You would have had like extra
Oh,
Ruby
yeah,
Crystal and
I
stuff.
would
Like yeah.
be 12 easily.
Yeah, like you just could have been stronger, even though you are still like really strong. So you almost brute force this gang. Okay, not bad. Ultimate didn't fear him, but not the worst thing in the world. You need to be popping your pots, good. Spam all of them. You can't finish this turret, so just back up, back up. You should backping your team. They're like gonna die to this guy. He's level 12. Oh god, your Lucian's insane. He's like he's asking to die. Holy shit. The Soraka like ults. Oh, okay. I guess it was for Jax in the mid lane, but holy shit. That is super sketch. Okay. Let's grab Scuttler. And you should just recall in this scenario. Oh, catch mid actually. Yeah. Okay, good. Good identification of farm. Okay, so at this point, now that you've been forced to catch mid, you might as well just go farm out your top side and then go back. Okay. You have no idea how many of these are up because you were bottom for a while.
Right.
So not the worst play in the world to clear this out. Pop your pots. Ooh. So I don't even think you should be here. Oh god, you got caught napping or something. Jeez. Yeah, because like oh boy. Oh boy. Yeah. Oh, is this fight over? Yeah, this fight's over. Okay, so there's no point in being here really because of how your lanes are like allocated. So right now you only see 2, so it's okay to sit like right here, but you're gonna see 3 like right here, and this is where you just leave. Because you look at the turret HP, this isn't gonna last like long at all. Maybe if this guy was like level like 13 and like the strongest dude on the map, maybe you could try to hold this. But
Right.
this dude's literally weaker than both of their solo laners, and they have their support. And like you're not in like prime position to fight. No ultimate, low on mana, no blue buff, camps to farm. This dude is not gonna make. These two people are not gonna make it in time. This guy's not gonna make it in time. So
Right.
there's absolutely no point in doing this. Just go get your red buff here.
Yeah.
Like this turret's dead. And I'm not. I guess you didn't think he saw you or something there. I'm not sure
Yeah.
what you were thinking. And then no, like just not even a point in coming back in, like for sure. But yeah, just pretty obvious thing here. So thankfully it doesn't cost you your life, but you could have been farming out your camps during this.
Yeah.
And now you have to go back. Well, you could have tried to do your camp still, but it would have been really greedy. Backing definitely the safer play here. So, despite everything, you're still level up on Kled, which is like pretty astounding. That just shows like how ahead you were early. That you're still like a level up on him. Get your control ward. Get your control ward. You got the money. I know. Last time we had a session, you were still buying them. I hope this is just a hiccup, one-time hiccup. You gotta, nah, man. You can't do it like that. You gotta keep buying them. And be like, I bought 2 this game. You know, I bought enough.
I think I have one on the map right now.
I don't think so, unless that one's yours. That might be yours, but even if it is, that one's not giving you much information. It's definitely good to replace it. Oh, a little greedy. Okay, so alright, well, let's finish up this fight first. Okay, so against champions like Cho'Gath, or just like when chasing in general, so you're chasing Cho'Gath here, right? You're chasing Cho'Gath here, you're chasing Cho'Gath here. Okay, first off, I don't like you turning around like the way you did here. I think you should have just kept going, if anything, and like help them with Kled. Because like you don't want Lucian to die. Like you just don't want him to die. Ideally here. So there's like if you let Cho'Gath go, it's fine as long as you kill Kled and Lucian doesn't die, because it's still 1-0. You're kind of greeting here for a 2-1. Like it'll probably be a 2-1 because this guy will probably have to go really hard to try to kill Lucian. And if you clean up Cho'Gath like you did, I don't even think you clean up Cho'Gath, right? But basically when you're playing against someone like Cho'Gath, or just like someone who has like a skill shot CC in general, or I guess Cho'Gath's kind of a unique case for us in terms of his skill shot CC, because it's delayed. But what the point I'm trying to make here is like when you're chasing someone, and they're almost in like line of safety, which in this case is like his turret. Sometimes it's their team or something. You want to prioritize moving in front of them rather than auto attacking, like because you have to stop to auto attack. If you had just kept running forward in this case, instead of stopping auto attack, you would have been able to outrun the rupture right here, and you'd be right here instead if you just ran forward and then you just kill him afterwards.
Yeah.
So that's the thing that happens, like that will happen like in chasing in general too, not just Cho'Gath. Like when people
in front of him, that blocks his pathing?
Not really. There's not much block
But
pathing in
at
this
some
game.
point I have to auto attack, or are you just saying I just keep queuing?
No, you just wait for him to. Okay, so for every champion it's different. For some champions you wait for their dashes, and then once their dash is consumed, then you just like auto attack them down because they can't get away anymore. In the case of Cho'Gath, you wait for his rupture, right? Because once he has that, he doesn't have any hard CC anymore to stop you, right? So then you can just run him down with autos. Like with Trinity Force, and just because of Hecarim in general, like you run down normal people, like in a foot race, like you can keep getting in autos, right? Because you have Trinity Force. But because it's Cho'Gath and he has CC, if he CCs you, you can't. So you wait until he's used the CC, and then once he doesn't have it anymore, then you just run him down with autos.
Right.
So in this case, you were just waiting for it, and then once it's gone, then you can just kill him.
Yeah.
But because you don't do that and you prioritize your autos instead, he gets away. Because you can't chase him down after getting hit. So now you just run down this dude. Pretty sure Jax just jumps on him. Or you just, yeah, okay. So now you just go farm your camps. I guess you can catch middle. I don't know why they're not catching it. I guess Jax would have. So Fiora's dead. You don't know where Caitlyn or their bot lane is, so I don't really think you can go for middle here. You can try, certainly. Wouldn't be the worst decision in the world, but you do have a lot of camps up to farm again. And this is okay. Kill the turret with your Trinity Force procs. Okay. Just leave. Good. Go farm your camps. Yeah. Once first turret goes down, turrets are still nice, but you don't have to put as much emphasis on them, for like a little bit. Generally how it goes is I'll go really hard in the early game to try to get first turret, but once it's done, whether we got it or not, I'll start to prioritize farm a little bit more again until it comes time that like I feel I'm strong enough or I feel like my hand is forced because like we're all grouping already or they're all grouping already or like my team is losing too much to the point where I can't farm anymore. Because like once it's like in like the mid game part, like once like laning phase is over, it's usually teams are just they're gonna take your camps. Like they're gonna start taking your camps and like you're gonna want to be like strong before that happens, like if possible. So once like the first turret is gone, unless everyone's like winning already, and you can just like walk into every lane and break every turret like one by one. Make sure you're like keeping up on your farm. Okay. Just recall here. So yeah, once again, all these camps that you have left up here, it's really painful. Like there's so much gold you're leaving on the table. So not enough for control ward, unfortunately. Finish your Cinderhulk here. So you already have Tabi's this game, which is definitely the right choice. Their only AP is Cho'Gath, and I think he's building tank. I can't really tell. I haven't seen tab very often. I think you hit it.
I tabbed like 10 seconds ago.
Yeah, you tabbed like right here. Okay. Okay, so Cho'Gath's building AP, so you will probably need MR like eventually. But yeah, the rest of your team's AD.
Their ADC is not doing too well.
Yeah, their Caitlyn is really behind. Okay, so just farm out. Oh wow, actually stole that. It's hilarious. Okay, yeah, he can't fight you. Oh no, 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 not again! Not again, oh no. Oh jeez. All these camps you're leaving on the table. Oh man. The pain. At least they, oh god. This is so scary. This shit hurts like a lot. Oh, smite off. Oh, nice. Good shit. Now get the hell out of here. Or just go on Caitlyn. Yeah, perfect. There's your escape route. Okay, we'll talk about this team fight right after, obviously. Okay. Okay. So this team fight, it's only worked one huge thing. Yeah, it could have gone worse. The one huge thing I don't like about how you play this fight. Wait, actually, never mind. You don't have ultimate. I'm retarded. Never mind. Okay, yeah, you're fine. I was gonna say something about your ult usage, but I actually didn't even realize you don't have ult. Okay, yeah, that's about all you could have done. Fiora's pushing top here.
One of the things that I've gotten better at since last time is like kiting away from people at the right times.
Yeah.
Like I used to just like be like way.
Yeah, you just go in and you kind of just like chill, like you just go in and you're like, yeah, I've done my job, and you weren't really like sure like how to like play the fight afterwards.
I hate fighting Fiora so much.
Yeah, she's not one of my favorite champs either.
I just don't understand how she like does so much damage and is so tanky.
Yeah, the vitals. Yeah, I'll just show you real quick. Like those. I'll show you real quick.
Like my win rate against her is probably lower than most champions by a lot.
Okay, so this like she has these things called vitals. So you see that thing that just popped up on the side, right? Like right then. That's the vital. If she hits it, it does true damage to you, and she heals. And when she ults, all four get revealed. Just as her passive, only one gets revealed every few seconds.
Are there like little things on the map?
No, they're the little things on the side of you.
Oh, like the heart?
Like yeah, right there. It's on the top side of you. Yeah, it's on the top side of you right then, and there's on the left side of you earlier. So like, that's what's you hug the wall which is like pretty advanced tactic, which is pretty difficult. So when you're
Did you
fighting,
hug the wall?
because if you hug the wall, like if let's say the Vital is on the right side, right, like up here,
Yeah.
and you hug this wall, she can't actually like hit it properly.
Really?
Yeah.
If it's on the right side?
Yeah, and if you're like hugging the wall, like if it's like right here and you're hugging this wall, like you're right next to it, she can't really hit it
Why is that?
because you're just like it's in the wall, like she can't actually like access it.
Wow.
It's really like odd though. Like it's very rare you'll be in a situation where like you need to like hide your Vital to like survive, and it's like pretty difficult to like understand that in like the heat of the moment. So don't worry about too much. I'm just explaining like that's where like all like the damage really comes from,
I see.
or most of the damage. Okay, so stop using your. You should stop using your E to like run over to check stuff because you want it to use it to run in case you get caught, especially without your ultimate up. Like you start like hold on to your E, like just walk over, and then if you see people, then start like Eing away. Because now you're just getting slowed up because you don't have your E to get out. If there were more people, you would have been in like serious danger.
Right.
Okay, so pop your pots here to heal up. Once again, all these camps being left on the table, man. Like you could be so strong right now. Okay, so Lucian is like dying. Okay, he's dead.
Does he just feed all game?
I don't know. You tell me, man.
A while ago.
Yeah. Okay. Ooh, this is gonna be a good fight. Nice. Block his ultimate. He's super dead. Good. Waiting for him on the other side. They cancel TP. Someone needs to go stop Fiora. Probably gonna be needed to be two of you, Jackson. I would just recall here. You're not really useful against Cho'Gath in a push. You guys can't really Baron. Fiora's gonna take your inhibitor. You gotta just go help Jax because he can't 1v1 her. And so what'd you say?
Looks like she backed away, right?
Yeah, she backed away, but like if you kill her, then you can Baron. That's the
I
thing.
see.
Because you already have two dead, right? So like they can't really send people to counter your collapse, right? So if you kill her on the collapse, then there's three dead and you can do the Baron.
I see.
Because she's like their strongest, like she's like their biggest threat right now. Because like Caitlyn's behind Cho'Gath. He's strong, but like his champion just has a lot of limitations. And Fiora, I'm pretty sure just destroyed it. Yeah, she's level 15. She's higher level and probably the most gold on the map, like by a pretty large margin. Okay. So this is a 5v4 or 5v3, and looks like you guys might actually lose this. Holy shit! Oh boy. Yeah, if you guys had collapsed like together immediately, this probably wouldn't have gone nearly as bad as it's going right now. Oh god. This is a mess. Fiora's out of mana. That's like your only hope of winning this. And wow, you guys actually just got 3v5. Holy fuck. Alright, there's really not too much different in this fight. This fight just kind of goes bad from the start. Because you guys take so long to collapse that Cho'Gath like makes it over. Even Nami makes it over. Like you guys take so long to collapse here. So you just get ruptured. Zed's basically just like instantly out of the fight because of it. You can't really re-engage at all without your E here. Yeah. There's really not to like you red smited him immediately. Just not much.
Got out so quickly there. It's like
Yeah.
it's like double dashed away or something.
There's really not much else to change in this fight, to be honest. Like you don't have your ultimate to really do anything. The biggest thing I'll say is that you need to be closer to your team. Like you need to be closer to like your teammates. Like you shouldn't be walking around here. I understand you walk around because like you're trying to get to Lucian and he kind of runs away from you. But like the reason he runs away from you is because the rest of your team is on this side, right? And he's trying to get to the rest of your team, mainly Soraka. So you should just be with the rest of the team because if he's going to live, his only chance to live is to kite to you guys. So just make sure you're like there instead of going around. I understand why you want to go around. You're like you want to get to him, but then he dashes the other way. But you have to think of it from his perspective. He's dashing away because he needs to get to Soraka.
Yeah.
So just play with like closer to your team there. As far as like actual like usage of abilities and stuff in this fight, there's really not too much different. This fight is kind of just fucked because you guys are so behind. Like you're not so behind, but like this fight is fucked because like you guys don't play it properly, and Fiora kind of just runs you all around.
Yeah.
Okay, so they make a half-hearted attempt to do Baron here. They're off it now. Thankfully, you guys don't lose the Baron yet. You guys are up kills, but I'm pretty sure. Like, let's count the turrets. So yeah, bot turret. You're down one top turret. Actually, only down one turret actually. Or actually, you're not even down at all because they don't have your bot turret. Well, they're about to get your bot turret, but so you guys actually are like actually up in gold, I believe. So basically, you really just need to deal with Fiora. Oh god, yeah, this is really greedy of you. Yeah, doing buffs that late in the game with no vision on anyone probably isn't the optimal idea. I'm sure you know that too, but
Yeah.
just sometimes you greed for it. But yeah, you can't go for plays like that, especially like I know you got out and stuff, but like your ultimate is really important. Like I said earlier to this team, like you know, no one on this team can engage besides you. Like, so you really need your ultimate to be up because while you are basically the only engaged, that's not gonna stop your team from trying. So like
Right.
you want to have your ultimate up. So like if you see an opportunity, you can actually just go for it before someone in your team gets fed up with getting poked under the turret and tries to engage and gets themselves killed instantly.
Yeah.
So yeah, going for that play even though you get out is like really sketch. Just because like you really need your ultimate to be up in situations like this. Otherwise like bad shit's gonna happen. So I know I've explained like team fighting on a case by case basis to you, but I don't think I've explained. Um, there's like three things. There's like three ways you should be playing out fights. Okay. Um, there's three like you can like I can't explain obviously like every team fight has its own like nuances, right? But um, there's like three like main like kind of like styles that you can approach like a team fight with. Number one is someone on your team is just super fed, okay? So you play to help them, you know? If it's like an 80 carry, that means you just get whoever they're hitting off of them, right? Like you just make sure like whoever dives them, you just fuck with them so they can't kill like your 80 carry. But if it's not like an 80 carry, let's say like your Jax is like obscenely fed this game, you just dive in with him, okay? And you just hit whoever he's hitting and you present yourself like as a target like next to him. So like you guys kind of like peel for each other in the sense that like obviously they have to choose between like which one of you to hit in the front, right? And ideally it's gonna be you if your Jax is like stronger than you, but like you're still strong enough that they can't ignore you. Like so like basically you just like you help them out like by going on whoever he's going.
Yeah.
So that's like team fighting number one. You just play with whoever's strong, however that may be, whether it's peeling or just like hitting who they're hitting in the back or like diving with them, whatever. Okay, that's how you team fight number one. Number two is everyone on your team is useless or not strong enough to warrant helping them, and you just play for yourself. Okay, if you're like the only one fed. That's pretty simple. You just play in a way where you can do the most damage without dying. You know, and that will change every fight. Whether that's going straight in and killing their backline, or just like waiting for an opportunity to one shot someone.
Most of the time.
Okay, yeah. So that's number two. And number three is someone on their team is really fed, and you need to you need to just play the team fight in a way that they can't do whatever they want. You know, you probably won't be able to fight them if the case is like they're super fed. So you just want to like make sure they have to commit to you, and then like try to get out like once you're like too low to continue the fight, or like maybe they are like really strong, but they're like an 80 carry or like really squishy, and you can try to just assassinate them from the onset or something.
Yeah.
Like those are the main three ways of fighting. You know, play for yourself, play for whoever's fed, or play to kill whoever's fed. Like before like a team fight starts, you just want to kind of like envision like what like you should be looking out for in a fight. Like whether they're squishy, like steps too far up and you blast them with an ultimate, or like just making sure like, oh, this X and X is probably gonna dive on my 80 carry, so I just need to be holding my cooldowns and get ready to peel for them when the dive comes. And obviously if you're playing for yourself, you just look out for a good opportunity for you to enter the fight. Like
Yeah.
you can basically sum up any fight to like one of those three. You know, sometimes like none of them will apply, or only like one will like partially apply, and like sometimes like you'll have to go to a contingency because like maybe your fed guy just kills himself because he's terrible or something. You know, like obviously there's like it's not gonna play out like that cleanly. But like generally, that's what you should be looking out for in a fight. If you're not 100% sure like what to like look out for, then just like think of like those three and like apply the one that applies the most to the fight. So in like this game, like you're probably gonna play for yourself, you know. Fiora's really fed too, but there's really not too much you can do about Fiora. If she dives in like too aggressively, you can definitely go on her. But let's say like this guy is like useless. This guy, Zed isn't like super weak, but he's also not like strong enough to warrant like, oh yeah, I just gotta make sure this guy stays alive. And same thing with Lucian. I don't think he's like useless, but he's definitely not at the point where like he's gonna like 1v5 him as long as you make sure he stays alive. So, probably a mixture of just like playing for yourself and like making sure Fiora doesn't kill everyone is what you should be looking out for in these fights. What is this guy doing? Holy shit. Holy shit. Alright, here comes the engage. So you're looking straight for the back. Okay. Yep. Nice. Going with Zed here. Re-engages the ults. Nice, you get 2. Fiora's probably just destroying your backline, but it doesn't matter because you destroyed theirs. Okay. Okay. Kill them off here. Okay. So now you turn and look at the rest of the fight. Pretty sure you guys like lost the rest of the fight horribly. Oh boy. Okay. You can actually maybe win this. Your ultimate. This is such a long fight. Your ultimate's like come up. Yeah. He just kills you middle. Okay.
I didn't even know he could kill me middle.
Yeah, you can get auto attack and stuff while ulting. That's basically just all what happened. Oh shit. Why does that guy have an Iceborne Gauntlet? Oh yeah, you're full AD. Lol. I forgot about that. You're full AD. Yeah. Yeah.
So because as the game gets longer, we get worse and worse, right?
Yeah, because they just stack armor. They don't need to get magic resist items. So like they're just more effective against you. So this fight is played like pretty much like I wouldn't say like pixel perfect, but like you do a pretty good job of what you need to do here. Like you identify like their backline is like free pickings here. You go straight in. When do you get exhausted? Let me see. Okay, so there's a thing you can do with exhaust where like if you get hit by the exhaust, you kind of like wait to use your spells or like your big spells until like the exhaust wears out. It doesn't really apply here just because he exhausts you like after you E, and like by that point like you might as well just stay on and keep hitting even though you're reduced damage just because there's no other like course of action. But just in like a maybe like a more isolated scenario, like you're like ganking the lane and they're like really pushed up. If they like exhaust you immediately as you come in, just kind of wait out the exhaust if you can, and then hit him with the E so you do more damage.
Yeah.
But yeah, in this case you don't really have that choice.
Should I have like stayed in? Like when I backed off to the left a little bit?
Was
that too defensive?
Backing off to the left was fine. Just not as much as you did. Like you back off a little bit here, so you dodge the bubble, right? Because he's gonna try to bubble you to save his AD carry. As soon as the bubble comes out though, and it's clear it's not on you, then you walk back in. Obviously, you don't hit the hitbox of the bubble, but you can walk back in like now for free. Like you're a little too far. Like ideally, you'd be like right here, so you'd be ready to re-engage, and you'd still be out of the bubble range, which is like right here. This like circle here is the bubble. You want to be like right there, so you don't get bubbled. So I'll give you a pass for the first one because maybe you weren't sure like Zed did that much damage or that he was coming in that fast. So like
I didn't even know Zed was gonna like.
Yeah. So I give you a pass on this one, but the upcoming one where I'm not gonna give you a pass because like you dodge the rupture and then when he's on you, why are you backing off, right? Like why do you back off to here?
I was thinking he was like that. My team had right covered.
Oh, okay. That's not the because your team's gonna lose like straight from the start. You should honestly like know that your team is gonna lose like the right side. Like, okay, maybe in your mind you're like 3v2, right? How could they possibly lose? But like, Fiora is like super strong right now. Like she's perfectly capable of like 1v3ing your backline, and it's a 2v3. Like there's like pretty much no way like your backline I think can really realistically win that fight. So okay, that makes at least that makes sense. Like I had no idea why you backed off. Initially, because like you definitely shouldn't have been afraid of that guy Zanya's. Like that guy is not a threat anymore. Okay, so And then this, honestly, I wouldn't even really go here. I understand like you thought you were like invincible in the ult or something, but like,
Yeah, I thought my ult would just hit him and he'd die and like.
yeah. But even then, you're not even sure if he has parry. You know, if he parries your ultimate, you're just like dead too.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So yeah, that is just
Did
kind of a
he
roof.
dash me or something?
Did he what?
Dash me?
Let me see. Yeah, he dashes. He dashes behind you, and your ultimate goes around him. Okay, so getting armor, definitely need it. He's dead. Jesus. Yeah, so this game you're probably fucked, honestly. That guy is like too strong to deal with. um, I guess you're really strong too. This is a bad situation to be in. So have you built any of the new items from the patch, or you just haven't like played very often since the patch, right?
I haven't played that much since the patch. What
Okay.
are the new items?
There's a gargoyle stone plate. It's
Oh,
basic.
actually, I got that once on Malphite, I think.
I think it's pretty good on Hecarim. Actually, it's all right. It's all right. It's very situational. I wouldn't build it super often. Um, basically, I would only build it if you can't kill their backline like ever because they have too much peel, or like yeah, or they're just too strong. I guess
It makes me a big tank, right?
it makes you super tanky, but it cuts your damage output for by 60% when you use the active.
Yeah, but
So
if I like ult in and then use my gargoyle.
yeah, but like the thing is like in like in this fight, right? Like you ulted in and stuff, but it took you like a while to kill them, but you still were going to kill them. If you use Gargoyle, you probably wouldn't have killed them because of the damage reduction. So you would only use it. You would only buy it in cases where like you know you can't kill the backline because he's
Yeah.
getting too much peel or he's just like too strong or whatever. So you would buy it. You would go in the same way you did here, but then you would pop the Gargoyle, and they'd still have to hit you because like you're a threat, but like you know you can't kill them anyway, so you pop it for the extra tankiness. It gives you a shit ton of tankiness.
Oh yeah.
So that's when you would buy it.
Gargoyle sometimes.
What'd you say?
To get gargoyle sometimes.
Yeah, it's a sometimes item, and as far as like new GA goes, it's really good still.
Wait, new GA is good for me.
Yeah, it doesn't give you magic resist anymore, so you build it in different scenarios, but it's still good because it gives you AD now.
I all gotten nerfed, right?
Um,
Like I've gotten the momentum one.
oh yeah, Dead Man's Plate. They
Yeah,
took
Dead
away
Man's Blade
they
and
took away
Randuin's.
Randuin's. I think Randuin's got nerfed. I'm pretty sure. I don't know. I don't think Randuin's is good in many scenarios anymore.
Oh, they also nerfed my
Visage, yeah,
spirit. Yeah.
Spirit Visage got nerfed a little bit too. Like you're still gonna build them just because like they're still better than the alternatives almost all the time. But yeah, they did get nerfed. Dead Man's.
I think I might need to figure out some different items to try.
There's really not too much has changed. Like Dead Man's Play is still good, better than all the alternatives because it gives you movement speed while the others don't, and it's still armor and HP. You're always gonna need like some armor and HP. So Dead Man's Play is still fine. Obviously Trinity Force is still fine. Cinder Hulk is still fine. Visage. Okay, there are a few scenarios where you'd switch out Visage. For um, Adaptive Helm. But there's not many scenarios like that.
Adaptive Helm is good against that stealth jungler, right?
Twitch? Oh, Evelyn.
Evelyn.
Okay, yeah, it's pretty good against Evelyn. Basically, you've read what it does, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like pretty situational against like certain champs like Cassiopeia or like
Or
Teemo
Hecarim.
or like Swain. No, it doesn't work because I guess it works against Hecarim, but it doesn't give armor. But yeah, like the passive is like nice, but still like obviously it's primarily just like for magic resist. But like it's just better in Visage in cases where like you're gonna get hit by champions who are AP and also like spam a spell. Whereas Hecarim only fits one of those, so don't worry about it too much. You can't just leave Fiora alone in the back line. Okay. Good response, good response. Perfect response, actually. I think what you did in that fight was fine, honestly. Like, you 3v2'd them like pretty cleanly, and you still had a chance to win the back part of the fight. Okay. Once again, same thing with your E. Make sure you're saving it. Jax is doing something. You gotta be watching closely. You gotta be watching closer when your team gets close to enemy champions, just so you're ready to respond. Ooh, I don't know about this. Oh, I really don't know about this. Jeez. You're really close to your 14. You want to try to get that before the fight starts. Oh, that's free. Oh, I missed your ultimate. Okay, now you gotta run. This is gonna be a really bad fight. You don't have Zed. Uh-oh, you're all dead. Yeah, you're just all dead. Just run. Yeah, it's really sketch to fight at all without like 5 people. Yeah. To even go for like a pick like that.
By the way, why was Zed bottom? Did that make sense?
Let me see. Bot wave. I can't look at the bot wave. I think that's pushing in. Okay, yeah, it's pushing into you. Okay, yeah. Yeah, he needed to be bottom. For a little bit. He didn't have to push as far as he did, but he did need to be bottom for a little bit. So yeah. I'll show you exactly when he could leave. So there's a big wave here, so he has to get this wave right now. He's getting the wave. He's still killing the wave. Still killing the wave. Still killing the wave. And now he can leave. Now he can start to leave. So like
yeah, but by now it's too late.
By now it's too late, yeah. So he just commits to pushing.
Yeah, I saw the Caitlyn out of position and tried to pick her off. But
yeah. You kind of bait your team into like you know what you're trying to do, but your team doesn't know what you're trying to do. Like they don't know that you're trying to just get a pick. They assume you're trying to start a fight, so they come in, and that's probably Baron. Wow, Jax is actually gonna get out. How the hell? You guys literally only lost one person in that like fiasco.
Yeah.
I'm actually so surprised you only lost one person. Holy shit. Okay, so now they're going for Baron. You don't have ultimate, so this is probably gonna be a lost fight regardless. Oh, this will get you 14. Nice. Oh god. Oh boy. Okay. Jeez. Cho'Gath is hitting that Baron. Oh god. Okay, so in this case you can't get on the back line, so oh, okay, maybe if they walk into you. But you don't have your ultimate here. You just don't want to fight.
Back all of his health.
The Kled?
Yeah.
He remounted. So
you just get all of his life back?
He gets all that like you see how it's like a different HP bar? Like a different color? Yeah. That's his mount's health. And like the other HP bar is his own health. So when he's off of his mount, that bar under him is his like his progress towards getting his mount back, and he like charges it as he like kills stuff and hits stuff. So he's about to hit someone a bunch. I think it's you actually. Yeah, he's about to hit you a bunch. So it charges up and he gets his mount back.
Twice, and then he gets his entire mount back.
Yeah, it charges pretty fast. It charges on champion hit really fast, but it charges on minion hit really slow.
There's like a lot of cooldown on it or something?
No. As soon as he falls off, well, I think like as soon as he falls off, there's no cooldown to remount. But if you get him off mount again, then there is a cooldown, I think.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. He seemed really good there. But...
yeah, he's a pretty annoying champion. His big problem is like his ultimate like gets blocked by people. like if you ever see him ulting in like that, when he like rolls in, like
yeah.
When he ults, he has a set path that he can't deviate from. So like if people like turn like a corner and stuff, and like he hasn't like set his path beforehand like to go that way, then he just doesn't hit you with the ultimate. And also
really?
It'll like
set his entire path.
Yeah, basically, yeah. When he right when he ults, and I don't think he can cancel it either. So like basically he goes in like no matter what. Like
oh, so wait, so when I see him ulting, I should like dodge around the corner.
Yeah, like he can have it turn corners too at the start, and I think there's like a little bit of like homing on it. Like it's like he's get like a little bit of like if he puts it like right here and you're like right here, it might just like home on you a little bit. But like in general, like yeah, it sets a path, and also he can't cancel it. And like if he sets it like right here, like let's say it was on Soraka right now and he was rolling, and you walked in front of Soraka, it would hit you instead, and he would stop. Like, so yeah, I guess block too. So there's a lot of downsides to his ultimate, but yeah, he's an interesting champion. He's really good in like brawls because he just gets on his mount. Like if you dismount him, like he goes untargetable, and then if you don't kill him immediately as he dismounts, he just remounts. So yeah, he's a really scary champion to like dive and fight in general. Okay, so this game is pretty fucked. You have no way of dealing with Fiora, and you're all AD. So yeah, there's really not much you can do here. uh, okay, so you're picking Baron off 1 kill. All right. Honestly, not a bad call just because you guys are in such a desperation mode at the moment.
Yeah.
Like, that Fiora is, like, critical mass. And you're full AD. Like, once again, I can't overstate how much, like, being full AD is hurting you guys here. Like, generally, like, the best way to deal with Fiora is to just bait out her parry and blow her up. But, like, one, you guys have very few tools to bait out her parry. It's literally just you and Jax with hard CC. And two, you can't blow her up because you're all AD. Alright, so here goes Kled. Commit to finishing the Baron. Get the smite. And book it. Like, there's zero chance you win this fight. Absolutely zero chance. Like, Lucian wasn't even there.
For us, right?
Yeah, definitely a net positive for you guys. Because if they got Baron, you would just lose. So, getting it off the map is great, but, like, you guys are still in a bad situation just because of everything else. But yeah, that was good identification. That's good. You did exactly what you need to do if you want to make a play. You got to pick off, and you pinged it 40 times until your team got the memo. That's exactly what you need to do. So Fiora's level 18, which is a problem.
Yeah, especially our Rock is 13 and Lucian
Yeah.
14.
Yeah, and you're 14. Like, he's literally like 4 levels up, and that's a shit ton of effective gold. Yeah, he's a shit ton of effective gold up because of levels, and he's actually like a ton of like normal gold up too, because he's like killed everyone. So yeah, he's like critical mass. Like, your Lucian is tickling him. This is just, like, that guy literally just goes in and takes, like, 0 damage. Like, he does not give a fuck. Like, you guys don't have a good answer to him. So, at this point, you have to try to peel him off your backline. Just because, like, he's at the point where he'll, like, 1v5 your team, like, even if you kill their backline. So now you have to commit to try to killing him. This is definitely the situation where like someone on their team is just so fed you have to try to do whatever you can to stop him. This fight is a mess. I don't even know what's going on, honestly. Oh wow. This is actually going like so much better than I anticipated. Oh wow.
I just can't kill the Fiora.
Oh. Serix Gage, yep, can't kill him. Yeah, so that actually goes quite well, considering the fact that Zed like killed himself. I don't even know where he died. Let's find out. All right, where's Zed? All right, yeah, he's like behind them. Yeah, he's dead. I don't even know. Yeah, he really doesn't do much.
On our team?
Who?
Is Zed the worst person on our team?
I don't know. That's hard to quantify. Thanks for the donation, Edet. Okay, so they all get really low. I think Zed comboed Kled. That's why he's off his mount right now before he died. And your Lucian is pretty safe. Your Soraka's about to heal him to full. So here comes the redemption. You gotta get in that if possible. You end up getting in it, but it heals up your team, and you go here. This is probably, yeah, this is a really good ultimate actually. As far as like the quality of taking this fight, that's a bit harder to quantify. I think it's not the worst fight in the world to take because like I don't think you'll ever get a situation like this again, really. Like this Fiora was literally just like half HP and like trolling by like he's literally dashing up to hit Lucian and like taking a turret hit for it, and he stayed at low health. Like I think this is a good fight to take just because like you're probably never gonna get a situation like this where everyone's like low already and like Kled is unmounted. So you get a good ultimate here, 4 fears. You guys get Kled before he mounts. You get Caitlyn GA, you blow him up, and Jax is gonna die here. I think you charged a minion on accident. Let me see. I'm not actually sure if you charge. I can't tell from there. But you lose Soraka because she steps too far up.
Is there any way that you can like prevent charging a minion by accident?
I think there's like a setting where you can like hit like champion only or something, like when you're like close to them, or like I don't know. I'm not actually sure. I don't use settings like that. I just hope I don't misclick, which is
Also, if there's a
yeah.
word behind Baron, how do you click on it?
You move your camera.
I tried that and it didn't work.
Um, you can adjust your zoom too,
I see.
like scroll in and out while moving camera and stuff. But yeah, it's
It's a
it's
pretty cheap
it's
trick to get
yeah,
there, I bet.
it's pretty annoying. Um, they used to do it used to be even worse. Like you used to be able to put things like directly on it, and it was like legit unclickable. Like everyone would like try to click the word like on the Baron, and they'd be like, "Oh shit, I aggroed the Baron again. My bad, guys."
Yeah.
So yeah, thankfully they removed that. But then yeah, the angle is pretty dumb for words behind Baron. Okay, so there's a little bit of downtime here. How much gold do you have? Okay, so you don't really have gold for anything. Going for the dragon here. Okay, as soon as you hear the Cledo, you gotta get out. Here he comes. See, like, yeah, he would have, like, if he could have controlled it, he would have turned it to you, but he
Right.
pathed it right to the dragon. Oh god. Okay, so not the worst thing in the world to look for it, because you do have ultimate, and it is infernal, so, yeah, gotta watch what's happening. Okay, even if you can infect it, you want to see what's happening. Buy real quick, get down there ASAP. Good. Okay, so this is unfightable, like, for sure.
It's funny, is even though we have Baron buff, we have no AP.
Yeah.
Just like stack all armor.
Yeah, so I mean, you get AD from Baron too, but like obviously, like it would have been nice to have someone who could use the AP. Okay, so Hail Mary engage here. Um, Good that you don't overcommit and die. Just trying something to get them off the inhib, so understandable. Just like you guys don't have the tools to win a fight anymore. Like it's a 4v5. Zed doesn't have ultimate. It's about to come up now, but like just like you guys are just so limited on tools. Like you have one engaged champion, you're all AD. Like no one can deal with Fiora. You don't have any like AOE hard ground control besides yourself. I guess Jax counts, but it's such a short stun. This guy just gets run down while you're healing. Same thing as before. Try to hold it for the parry.
Yeah, I could have killed him there if I didn't do that probably.
Yeah, and you just get snared and it's over. Like yeah, you guys, you're full AD. Like this guy literally armor item, also gives damage, tank item, health and damage, damage health. Like he's just unkillable. Like he doesn't even have the right keystone. He should be doing fervor. Like he's an actual idiot for doing this. But like it's at the point where it just doesn't matter because like you guys are all AD. So you just can't kill him.
Like Plat has like Thornmail.
Yeah, this guy has Thornmail, Tabi, and he's getting another armor item. This guy has Tabi, Azanya's. This dude rushed Guardian Angel. like, like this just there's too much AD on your team. Like you're at the point where like it's it's pretty much impossible to do anything. And it's just gonna get worse because like in an ideal fight, you guys use literally everything and you kill him, right? But then like later on in the game, once Caitlyn has items and you can't ignore Caitlyn, then like you still have to use everything to kill him. It's not gonna get any easier. And then but by then like Caitlyn will be at the point where she can kill you, and then like that's not even considering like what the rest of their team contributes to a fight. So it's like it's only getting worse for you guys.
If we had like an Annie, it would be so much better.
If you had any AP really. Something like something that would round out your team comp would be like someone who is AoE CC to follow up with you and magic damage. Like so yeah, Annie would have been like a great pick here. Just like anything to really help you guys. You don't really have yeah, or just something like something that would make them build magic resist. Like you guys they just stack armor and kill you guys. Like there's nothing you can do. Let's see. Yeah, it's really just a formality at this point. Like,
yeah, I picked this game because I like started out like 7-0 or whatever, and then like still lost. So
yeah,
I'm kind of confused as to why we lost.
Okay, so yeah, I think you might have had a chance to carry this game. The big things that really happened were what the hell? Okay, if you had defended top from this first death, you know, like I said at the very beginning, if you had walked up and placed this ward instead. Like instead of this one, you walked up here and you defended him from the dive. Maybe he like lived and you guys got like a 2 for 0. So Fiora doesn't start the snowball as early. That would have really helped. Obviously all that mid game where you were wasting your time doing dragons. Had you not did that and farmed instead, and you had like a 3 level lead over everyone instead of Fiora having it, that also
Yeah.
would have helped a lot. Obviously, not being full AD would have helped, but that's not in your control really. You could say like, "Hey team," in chats like, "Hey team, I think it is a great idea if we do not pick all AD champions." But you know, if they pick them anyway, you know, what can you do?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
obviously that would have helped. You didn't really have many options as far as like spam ganking early, because I'm pretty sure every lane of yours just lost.
Right.
And except for maybe bot lane, but like bot lane is like kind of hard to gank. You
Yeah.
do get some ganks off. Like I said,
It was the kind of game where like if if I like farm my jungle better and like didn't attack dragon at the wrong time and didn't like E into Fiora at the wrong time and like E'd next to her and waited for her parry,
yeah,
like if I did like everything I could have right, I probably still could have won.
yeah, I think so. Um, Cause like there's a lot of time you waste. Like this gank too, like you get like a flash out of it maybe. Like what was this? Like, I'm pretty sure you just like flashes, right? Yeah, you get a flash. You get a flash out of this. Like, well, you could have been farming. Like, there's so many scenarios where you could have been farming, and then like if you had been farming, okay, so let's say you didn't defend top. You know, like maybe this whole snowball happens anyway, and we just go around. We just like let's say like the scenario we're envisioning is like everything stays the same except you actually farmed efficiently. You would have been like as strong as Fiora, right? So then
Yeah.
like he still scales better than you, so, like he would have like destroyed the backline still. But like maybe like you would have been at a point where like if you were like peeling like a little earlier in like fights and stuff, maybe like you guys like win some fights and you get like Baron a little earlier and then like they throw, you know. Once Fiora hits like what, let me see, like I think starting from like this point on, like he's unkillable. Like from this point in the game, like he's unkillable. Like from his
Yeah.
items here, like right
And
here.
that's because we're all AD, right?
Yeah, that's because you're all AD. Definitely not if you had AP. Definitely not. Definitely not. But like just from this point on, once the game got to this point, like I don't think he was killable anymore. I don't think you guys had any like he's literally level 18, while your 80 carry is like 13.
Yeah.
Like that's already like a shit ton of effective gold, and that doesn't even take into account the fact that like his gold that he does have, which is a lot, is being used very effectively because all he has to do is build armor and health.
Right.
Because like you guys are all AD, so like not only is he like effectively like way more gold than you from his levels, all of his gold that he has more of than you as well is being used like super efficiently. So you just can't kill him at this point. And like yeah, you can kill like the whole backline, right? Like ideally, it's like you and Jax and Zed just dive in, and you kill everyone except Fiora. And Fiora, you trade that for your Lucian and your Soraka. I'm pretty sure the Fiora still 1v3s you guys at the end, or like comes really close to it. Like in the super ideal fight where you literally kill all 4 of them in the same time frame that it takes Fiora to kill just your back two, and that's assuming you all dive in together properly too. Like it's just it's just not happening at this
Yeah.
point. So yeah. So you had one more game you wanted to look at, right? Or one or two?
Yeah, I mean, I didn't have any others specifically, but like we could just do like the last game I played like 3 days ago.
Yeah, just anything off your match history. Like, just pick one.
Yeah, here's the most recent game. Um, do you want? Well, so we can do one where I lost 12 and 4 and 5. We can do one where I lost at level 9, 0 and 3.
Let me just look at your let me just look at your profile real quick. I'll see what looks good. Um, let's see here. Hmm. Hmm. Do you remember like any of these like specifically or no?
No,
Okay. Um. Hmm.
I mean I'll remember a little when I actually like look at the game.
Let me see. I'm trying to look for a game where like there's like real champions on both sides. Like I don't want like a game where like everyone's playing like troll shit.
Yeah.
And ideally like a loss. Um, let's see. What are these? 6 days ago, 7 days ago. Okay, so they're all about like the same freshness in your mind.
Yeah. And then all of these will be more fresh than the last game. Because the last game was like
Yeah, like 10 days ago. Yeah. It's 12:45. This one's over a little faster, but you got really fed. So let's look at this one. Okay, so yeah, the most recent one.
All right,
So
then what do I do?
go to your match history and like hit the little there's like a arrow on the right of it.
Yeah, I hit that.
Okay, so download it and then it goes somewhere in your like league folder, I think, and then just like send it to me, and I think I can
There's no
open
way
it.
I can like invite you to the replay or something.
No, I don't believe so. I'm not actually sure how it is. I know
Like I'm
someone.
clicking watch replay to see what happens.
Yeah, it like opens for you, but then you'd have to screen share it to me, and that's not good because I
Oh
have
yeah,
to
yeah,
like
yeah.
I have to watch it myself. There's like
No,
someone sent me a video.
I just need to find the folder.
Yeah, let me. There's a video on it.
All right, crackers, what up? It's Knees.
Okay. Let me see.
Using ARAM to make this tutorial. You can obviously watch your replay in the stuff, so that's what this video is going to help you with.
Let me see.
Now,
Someone's asking
where
me
do
if
your
you read
replays
their
save?
note.
Your documents. There's going to be a League of Legends folder that's going to have all your
Okay, so your documents, League of Legends, replays, and then
friends. Send it to me for coaching. Nice reviews at Gmail, proof of payment or whatever, or to a different coach or what have you. So that's how you would pull your replays to share with other people. You would just use your documents, League of Legends replays folder, and just make sure it's current patch. Otherwise, things get really fast. Now, what happens if you want to get your buddy's replay, maybe to study up, maybe, like I said, maybe you're coaching in somewhat simple way to do it. All right, so you're going to go to your hard drive, your local disk C drive. You're going to go to Riot Games, League of Legends. I'll make this so you can see it. You're going to go, so this PC, C drive, Riot Games, League of Legends, RADS. The icon's big so you can see. You're going to go to Solutions. You're going to go to lol_game_.
I'm gonna Google it.
I'm watching a video on it. Just send it to me. I think I do the rest from there.
Wait, sorry.
Just send the file to me over like Skype or something. I think.
How do I find the file?
Oh, it's go to Documents, League of Legends, and then Replays.
Client_SLN. You click that. You're going to click on Releases. You're going to.
Jeez.
Yeah. I'll send it via Skype.
Yeah, that works.
I've never sent a file on Skype before. Let's see.
I think it's really small. You just hit the plus and hit send files.
Oh, did that work? Yeah, it worked.
I haven't gotten the option yet. Okay, there it is. I see it now. Oh, it's bigger than I thought. Okay. All right, I need to finish watching this video so I see what to do. Okay, so log game client for me.
Client_SLN.
SLN.
You're going to click on Releases. You're going to click on whatever the current patch is, and this folder is always going to change. So if you're watching this video now and there hasn't been an updated way to view other people's stuff, just remember it's always going to be the most current patch.
Releases. Current patch. What fucking patch are we on? Okay, I guess this is it.
So here it's 0.0.1.164. You're going to double click that. You're going to go to deploy. And here is where this is where we stop. You're going to have a League of Legends executable. You're going to make a shortcut out of that, and I've already made one here. You're going to grab it and drag it to your desktop. I'm going to replace it just to show you that this shit works. Okay? So now you're going to close this out. Now you're going to have your shortcut, and then I'm going to close out the client so you can see that this thing works and that you can pull replays from your desktop or onto your desktop from anywhere, and as long as they're current patch, they're going to work without you being loaded. So it doesn't have to be, I'm using my own replay, but you can use anyone's replay. So we're going to find the current one, and like I said, I played an ARAM, which I hated. You're going to drag and drop, and this shit's going to boot right up for you. Again, as long as it is current patch, okay, so your game client has to be current.
Jeez, this is so complicated. Make sure I'm doing this right.
Otherwise, things get really weird really fast. Yup, things get a little pretty simple way to do it. Alright, so you're going to go to your hard drive, your local disk, C drive. You're going to go to Riot Games, League of Legends. I'll make this so you can see it. Large icon. League of Legends. you're gonna go. So this PC, C Drive, Riot Games, League of Legends, RADS or RADS. Then you're going to go to Solutions. I'm gonna keep making the icons big so you can see. You're gonna go to Solutions. You're going to go to lol underscore client or underscore. I'm sorry, lol underscore game underscore client underscore
Releases.
SLN. You're gonna click that.
Watch,
You're
deploy.
gonna click on releases.
Okay.
You're gonna, and here is where we.
Okay. So now I need to find the file. Where does this save? I don't see it in my downloads. Where the hell the Skype save files? Fuck. Show folder. What the fuck? Okay. Show in folder. App data roaming. What the hell? Okay. Okay. So what do I do from here?
This is where we stop. You're gonna have a League of Legends executable. You're gonna make a shortcut out of that.
Okay. Create shortcut.
And I've already made one here. You're gonna grab it and drag it to your
Drag it to my desktop. Okay.
desktop. I'm gonna replace it just to show you that this shit works. Okay. So now you're gonna close this out. Now you're gonna have your shortcut. And then I'm gonna close out the client so you can see that this thing works and that you can pull replays from your desktop or onto your desktop from anywhere. And as
Okay, close my client. Sure.
long as their current patch, they're gonna work without you being loaded. So it doesn't have to be. I'm using my own replay, but you can use anyone's replay. So we're gonna.
Okay. Okay, so I need to pull this into League replays. Okay. League of Legends replays. ROFL file from wherever the fuck Skype puts it. What is yours? 2505. Jesus. Okay. Move it in here. I don't want to short. How do I move the whole file? Fuck. Jeez. Alright, there we go. Delete this.
Find the current one, and like I said, I played an ARAM, which I hated. You're gonna drag and drop, and this shit's gonna boot right up for you.
Okay, drag and drop, and this should boot. Okay, let's see. It's opening. Oh wow, is this really it? Please work. Okay, I think I got it. Let me see. It's loading, it just needs to load. And that's it.
Yeah. I think, is your Skype mic on now?
Yeah, it's on now.
Oh, okay, because now I hear you in both Discord.
Oh fuck. Forgot. Yeah, I forgot we were talking. I just saw my like Skype mic muted and I just like forgot that we were using Discord. Alright, please load. And oh wow. Alright, it worked. Perfect. Okay, let me screen share this to you. Showing on stream. Okay, just need a screen share. Okay. See it?
Yeah.
Okay. So let's go. So Scion. Whoa, another fully. Oh wait, no, you have. Okay, wait. Oh, what the hell? Oh, AD carry Vagar with. Okay, so bot lane Vagar with AP. Okay,
Yeah.
I hope that's AP. I really hope that's AP. Okay.
30 seconds until minions spawn.
I was about to say, you guys got all AD again, holy shit. But then, okay. So at least you have Vagar, even if he
Our
is.
team is very weird.
Yeah, you could say that again. Definitely very weird.
Minions have spawned.
Okay. Sorry. So you're starting top here. Should smite this. Okay, good.
I smited it too late.
A little too late, but it's fine. Not much of a deal. What? Good. Okay. Should pull your stacks over. Good. Okay. So just from the lanes, mid lane will be really easy at 6 because Tryndamere can just take the turret for you on a dive. Top lane is probably just gonna lose like the whole game until you gank for him because Pantheon has Ignite. Whenever you see a laner with Ignite or like just a Pantheon in general, because I think they all take Ignite basically, you want to try to pressure that lane early if it's safe. Just because if Pantheon falls behind, that champion's useless. So if you could set him behind with a gank really early, then that's good. But like
The champion's useless when falling behind.
just like there's no like real way to like every champion is different. Just Pantheon is just a special case because like he's basically only picked to like snowball early and just like carry the game from there.
Yeah, Shin Sao is similar, right?
Yeah, Xin Zhao is very similar. Yes.
And also like to some extent like Lee Sin.
Yeah, to some extent. Not nearly as bad as like the other two, but like yeah, if he doesn't get hurt early, then he usually falls off really hard. Just because of the nature of that champion. He like has to go in and he doesn't have a way out. And like basically, yeah, he's kinda like Xin Zhao in a sense. If he goes in but he doesn't have enough damage to just kill you, then he's useless. Wow, he died to that. Okay. So he's got 5 CS. So you should know that he cleared out his whole bot side because he doesn't have red buff. Yet he only has blue buff, so you know that he's going to top side jungle. So pinging it out. It's good. So defensive ward. Once again, you don't need this ward at all because
I know where he is.
you know where he is. Yeah. So yeah, don't waste your wards. Okay, starting your red buff here.
So they're pinging assist bottom lane.
Yeah. You have smite, right? Okay. So you don't actually have your E, so you actually can't even help him. So when I'm doing this, I'll do the same thing when I'm like playing Jax or when I'm playing
Oh, I should have pinged my E.
yeah, ping your E. Yeah, like I do the same thing when I play Jax. I double skill my W, so I don't have my jump, so I can't gank. So I just ping that I don't have it, so they understand.
Oh, that would have been really good.
Yeah, that's something you should get in the habit of when you do double
I've
point
never
Q.
pinged that before.
Yeah. So they might still get mad at you, but most people will get mad because they'll realize that you can't actually gank.
Yeah. See, like they're pinging over and over again, then they just
Yeah.
died.
Yeah. I mean, they picked bot lane Hecarim. They kind of brought this on themselves. Okay. Oh boy, this is oh my god, if he shields him in time. Oh wow, he died through the shield. Oh, it's a double kill. Oh, alright. Oh god, your blue buff ran out. Oh, okay, okay, okay. Holy shit. That was interesting. Okay, so now you're super fat. Holy shit, you're level 5 in 4 minutes. Jesus. Full clear plus 2 kills at the end of your clear. This is literally the dream. 1620. Holy shit. You can do so many buys here. I don't even think you need Hunter Spot. Like, you get your Sheen here. Oh, I could go. Wait. Oh, you have enough for Boots and Hunter Spot. This is perfect. Please do that. Hunter Spot. Hunter Spot. Perfect. Alright. A little slow on buying, but that perfect. This is like the dream buy. Holy.
You might decide what to get.
Okay.
It's taking a little while.
I mean, you only had like 300 gold left. I guess you could have got like a cloth armor too, but like, this is the dream. Holy shit! Like this is it. Like you're ready to carry this game. Holy, full clear plus a double kill. Sheen, Hunter Spot boots first back. Wow, what a gank! Holy shit! Jesus. Oh god! Wow, he actually lived. Oh my god, the cleanup. Holy shit! This is like, holy. How do you lose this game? Dude, this is the dream. Jesus.
I mean, their team has 3 kills too.
Yeah, but this is you. Like you're ready to carry this game. All right, perfect. You get the ward in this spot. I'm sure I told you about how good this ward is.
Now he's pinging for help top.
Okay. Yeah, you can go here. You have like, cause it's not the worst gank in the world for you because you can swing top here and then farm through your jungle and go and recall. So it is not a bad gank to go for at all, especially because you know you'll probably see Jax on this ward afterwards. So swing top here. Oh my god! This is so perfect! Oh my god, you're like gonna hit level 6 like real soon too. This is the dream, dude. This is like the perfect early game. It's like you're level 6 right. This is the early game you dream of, dude. No one has flash. Like this guy's flashing, that guy's. All these summoners are down. You're level fucking 6 at 6 minutes with a Sheen already. Like this is the dream. Like you should be able to carry this game for sure. Holy shit. And you have all your camps up to farm now? Like Jesus, dude. You got another 1k on you, so you're gonna get Phage on your next back for sure. You could get 7-minute Phage Sheen. Like this is ridiculous. Holy shit. Grab this. Okay.
And just going in on Kingdom War.
Alright, so you should watch how much mana you use here, because you ideally want to go mid here, and then go get your blue buff, because you still have a bunch of Hunter's pot stacks. So yeah, pick a side to go from and just go gank mid, because you know he has no summoners, because you watched. I hope you watched that gank earlier, and he used everything, surviving. So now you can just go straight behind him with the ultimate. You're warded out. Okay, so I guess he's pinging the ward for you. I think that's what his pings are. Put another ward there. Perfect. Grab his rafters. He's most likely bottom side. You can infer that because like he wants to get his buffs. He just takes it from you. He just stole all of your rafters. Yeah. Jeez. Okay. So now just go get your blue buff. Where's Sion? Oh, he's bottom. Okay, so you can go catch the wave first. Go around and catch it. Just do your blue buff instead. Trinimir's coming. Okay. This isn't the worst play in the world because you do need your blue buff soon. It's just kind of awkward. Sion, like Trinimir goes up for the roam, but like Sion isn't there and you can't really kill him. Just like the two of you from where Pantheon is. So I don't think it's the worst play in the world to just get your blue buff and back here. So now you're level 7. You got your Phage and a dagger. Jesus. I would have actually gotten cloth armor here instead of dagger, just so you're a little tankier on these ganks. Because I think the cloth armor is definitely more effective than the dagger when ganking here. Just because like this guy does primarily physical, primarily physical, primarily physical. So when you're ganking, it'll make you a lot tankier.
Yeah.
Obviously you can back for Trinity Force a little earlier if you have the dagger, but like the extra 300 gold isn't usually what will separate you from getting Trinity and not getting Trinity. So this is another 2 free kills They might have seen you on the minions because they were up so high, but regardless, you should be able to run through here. Okay. I don't like how you play this gank out. You're gonna get the kill here, but you could have gotten both. What'd you say?
Wasn't pretty.
Yeah. So what you should have done here is save your ultimate, because you can just run and hit Janna here.
Well, I thought she was gonna go into the bushes and I couldn't see her.
I think you'll have enough time to catch her regardless. Or if not, like, even if you just go on Ashe here, he's out of mana, she can't really slow you. You just go on her and then just ult her back in, and then you can just like kill them both. Because the Janna still has to walk, like, so I'll freeze frame it for you.
I could have double killed them.
You could double kill them. So, here. Right here, you've ghosted. You just go on Ashe here, right? You just go on Ashe, you push her in this way, right? And then the Janna has to walk past you, right? Through the bush. And then they'll be stacked up on each other, right? Because you'll push Ashe right here, and then Janna will be like walking through here, and then you just ult them both, and they're both dead.
Yeah. The Janna ulted right there. Right?
Yeah, he ulted as you eat him, so you cancel the ult immediately, and then he flashes. But you don't get both because he stalled you for a while. Whereas...
And this guy got mad at me that I didn't go in while he was protecting me.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't think that was plausible anymore. After like you killed Janna, I don't think it was a dive possibility because he wasn't level 6 yet. If he had his ultimate, maybe, but even then, that's kind of greedy. Okay, so clear out your jungle here. What's going on? Okay. So grab these. Then you can just go mid again because this guy's really pushed. His summoners are about to come up, but they're still not up yet. Jax is in your jungle, but you're 2 levels up on him already.
I pinged
Okay.
Will.
Okay, that's fine. Okay. Free kill. Go back up because of the Pantheon ultimate. Alright, so just try to kill Pantheon. You can't really get out here. Wait out the stun. Yeah, you can't really fight him. Okay, so you get out. And now Sion's here, you run back in. And oh my god. 7-0 at 10 minutes. How do you lose this
now
game?
He gets mad at me
For what?
for stealing his kill.
Oh, whatever. Oh, push us in. Push us in.
Oh, does this not have chat?
This does not only all chat, not team chat.
Oh, I see. Yeah, you would have seen my my support at the bottom lane yelling at me for not diving, and you would have seen the Sion get mad at me for stealing his kill.
Jeez, like I don't like. You're literally 7-0. That's hilarious that they're yelling at you.
No, I said to him like, okay, I won't kill anyone anymore.
But yeah. Other than that, good kills on the ganks. Waited till your team was there. Didn't overcommit and die. So yeah, good stuff. Good stuff. Just clear out your jungle here and go back. You definitely have Trinity Force. Jesus, you're gonna have 10-minute Trinity, 11-minute Trinity Force with Red Smite. This is ridiculous. How do you lose this game? Okay, so finish this off. Please go back after this. Don't stay any longer. What are you doing? It's not that. Oh yeah, you didn't know it wasn't up. Okay, yeah, that's fair. The map reset because we saw Jax kill it earlier, but you don't have all vision. Okay, so alright, from right here, boom Trinity Force, boom Red Smite. Boom. Oh, Tabi instead. Okay, fine. Tabi works too. Tabi's fine too, actually. I don't think that's a bad buy. Okay, so from this position on, this is the point where you pick one lane, alright? Whether it's this lane, this lane, this lane. You just pick a lane and you start breaking. You can kill anyone. You can literally walk into any lane and they will die. And you just pick someone and you break the turret. You go to another lane, you do it again. You pick someone, they die, you break another turret. Pick someone, they die, break another turret. That's what you need to do right now because your team just got. You're literally. How much gold are you ahead? You're literally ahead 2,300 gold of this dude, and your team's down 1,700 gold. So like you need to start breaking turrets for gold. So to like stem the bleeding like right now.
Yeah.
So you need to just pick a lane and just like put your big Trinity Force dick in them and just like destroy them. What'd you say?
Did my team lose every lane?
Pretty much, yeah. This guy's down 30 CS, this guy's down 15 CS, these guys are down 1,000,000 CS. So yeah, they basically lost every lane. So you need to start getting turrets and turret gold to get like your team like out of the lanes. Because what you want is like ideally like this turret's dead, this turret's dead, this turret's dead, right? So if you see anyone like right here, you can just kill them, right? You just run them down all the way down. So you want to break these turrets not just for the gold, but so also you have map freedom to kill whoever. Because there's no one in this game who can fight you right now. Okay, you actually so switch out your Tobbies for a red smite. Like I actually think that's better. Because you want to be able to like insta kill people. Or like guaranteed kill people right now so you can break turrets. You can be backpicking your team a lot more here.
Yeah, I almost never backping.
Yeah. Just as like, especially in a game where like, you know, like if there's a play happening on the map and you're not there, it's probably not gonna go very well. Like, like look at this. This guy's down 500 gold. This guy is down 700 gold. This guy's down 2,600 gold. This guy's down 800 gold. You're up 2,200 gold on this guy. So basically, if you're not there, it's gonna go bad. So every single time you see anything happening on the map in a game like this, where you are literally the team, you backping 50 times until like they get the memo. Because like you don't want them doing anything. Your team is already behind. Like you don't want them doing anything. Just like they're toddlers. They don't know how to do anything. Like you just want to make sure you're holding their hand and creating every play. Because when you're not there, it's not gonna happen. Like nothing good is gonna happen. So just get in that habit. So I don't think you're strong enough to do that. Not like 2v3 or 2v4. Yeah, just back up. Oh god. You have ultimate.
The Skype froze.
Oh, the screen share?
Yeah, I don't see a screen share anymore.
Okay, let me restart that. Okay, now? You see it?
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, I wouldn't go for this. You're strong, but you're not that strong. you're not tanky yet. Okay, so just get out of here. He flashes forward, so you ult out. Good. Yeah, you really don't want to give up your shutdown gold right now, because that's gonna be a bunch of gold over to the enemy team. So just go back here. Don't even risk dying, or just run back. That works too. What are you doing?
Yeah, the quality of the Skype video has like somehow dropped. So now I see like 30 pixels.
Oh.
Like, super blurry.
All right, let's restart the call. Okay. Maybe that'll fix it. Share screen. Okay. How is it?
It's loading.
Alright, mute your Skype mic too.
Oh yeah. It looks better now.
Okay. So I don't know why you're sticking around here. There's not much real point in sticking around here. You don't even have your ultimate. Just go back. Don't even risk your shutdown gold at this point. Okay, so pick up cloth.
Thing you're talking about?
What?
Like, I never even think about the shutdown gold.
Yeah. When you do die there in this game. So when you die, I'll show you just how much gold like you're giving up. Like it's a pretty big amount. So when you're ahead like this, you want to be careful. So you get ruby crystal here. How much armor do you have? Okay. Well, ruby crystal, cloth armor, both fine here. Make sure you're buying controls. I don't think you've bought a single one this game. Even though you're fed, you gotta keep buying them. You know.
Well, I didn't have any gold left, right?
No, you did. 136.
I did?
Yep. You got 140 on you right now. So you definitely still had enough. Oh my god, he's gonna get out. Okay, yeah. So
it got all blurry again.
oh, what the hell? I really don't know what to say about that. Is it like hard to see?
Yeah.
Damn.
Well, I mean, I can make out heroes a little bit.
I'll just start it again and see what happens, I guess. Cause yeah, it's pretty important that you can see it.
I can see it on the Twitch channel.
There's a small delay. If you don't mind like the delay, then we can. But Let's try sharing it at least like one more time and see if it fixes. One sec.
And the Skype thing says like call quality is medium.
Yeah, I don't know. Let me see if I can do anything about that. Call quality. Your internet connection is fast enough for medium. Close file sharing program. Stop any downloads or uploads. I haven't turned on anything new, so I don't know what the hell that would even be. Let me just close like a bunch of my tabs and see if that fixes anything. And then I'll restart the share.
It's possible that that's streaming at the same time
Yeah,
is doing it.
probably part of it. Let me. Alright, I'll try to share one more time.
Yeah.
Okay, how about now?
Yeah, it's working now.
Okay.
See if
Well,
it
it's just-
degrades or not.
Yeah. Okay. So, what you should be looking out for right now is for someone to.
It degraded.
Jesus. Fuck.
You could lower the Twitch stream quality potentially.
Yeah.
Or let me try watching on Twitch and just see for a minute how what it feels like.
Okay. So, I guess I'll mute my Discord mic then, because you're just gonna listen to me on stream. Okay. So, all right, muted my Discord mic. All right. So, what you call it? So what you should be looking out for right now? Definitely not this dragon. What you should be looking out for is someone to walk into a lane alone, like this guy is right now, and then just going to kill them. Because you can kill anyone who's alone in a lane, like for sure. So what you should be looking out for is like this, like exactly this. Oh shit! Can you mute your Discord mic? You're like echoing. You can kill anyone who's alone, for sure. So what you should be looking out for is like this, like exactly this. Can you mute your Discord mic?
Oh, okay. 1 second.
Okay. So this dragon, while it's free, it really doesn't do that much for your team, because like your team is in a position where they're never going to be sniffing turrets because everyone's just losing lane and just getting pushed in. So you need to just be looking out for a situation like this where he's alone, still in the 1v1 lane, like he hasn't got the memo that laning phase is over, and you just go kill him, and get his turret. Like, you don't want to be doing like stuff like this like away from the rest of your team. You just wanna find someone to kill, go kill them, and just try to break turrets like ASAP right now. Like that should be your primary goal. Like, your secondary goal is farming at this point, because you're already so ahead that you don't really need to farm. Like, if you're there in this fight right now, like, look how much you could be able to change. Like, your team is gonna do okay in this fight, but if you're here, like, earlier, like, you straight up just win your team, like, this fight by yourself. Like, you're so ahead of everyone. Boom. And turret. Because, like, you had this whole, like, thing over here, like, earlier, where you like walked through here, got chunked out, had to ult out, didn't do anything because you had to just recall after because you were too low. There was a good like minute, 2 minutes, maybe even 2.5 minutes where you were just like not having presence on the map because you were waiting there to try to go in. You tried to go in, you got chunked out, you had to ult out. You tried to stay a little longer, realized you couldn't, you recalled. You didn't farm any camps during that time, and you're still a level up on the Jax before you get any kills in this fight. That's how ahead you were. And then you kill him, and you're once again 2 levels up, and you've literally only farmed 1 camp in the last like 3-4 minutes. You even wasted even more time doing Dragon, and Dragon gives like no EXP, and you soloed it. Like it was even slower because you soloed it yourself. You wasted all that time doing that stuff, and you're still 2 levels up on him now before you get any of this minion wave or this turret gold plus EXP. That's how ahead you were. Like, you need to be using your lead for killing people. You know, the dragon isn't that useful for your team at this point in time. If they get it, yeah, it sucks, but like it's way more important that you start getting towers and opening up the map, not just for yourself, but for your team too. Because like your team is just downright struggling right now. Like they are just getting destroyed. You really need to be helping them out by making sure you're in every fight and taking turrets. Yes, in an ideal world, your team would never take any fight and just wait for you to show up. But like in games like this, especially if your team's like flaming you already, like you were saying, you gotta make yourself present. You know, you can't just wait for your team to play around you if they're like clearly like tilted and like flaming or whatever. You have to make yourself like available to them, regardless of them being like raging flaming dickheads. Like you just, if your best interest is winning, like you just gotta be there. You know, even if they're making the wrong play, you are strong enough that you can turn the wrong play into the right play. So you just gotta make yourself present. So this isn't as bad. Just farm this out before you recall. Like, obviously you can't be present for every play. You definitely could have been present for this one. This one not as much without foregoing farm, because you did have to stay to break the turret. But once again, this is where backpinging comes into effect. Like, I guarantee you, if you're backpinging 20 times during this whole chase, they won't chase this far. But yeah, like, once you're already fed, like this game was like the dream early game start, like I said for you earlier, you gotta put a little less priority on farming than you did this game. Just cause like you've already like hit your spike, you know? Like if there was like a flowchart graph of like how Hecarim Hecarim's like strong points and stuff, like the apex of that graph would be when you finish Trinity Force and you have Red Smite. Like you've already hit the apex, you know? Like, yeah, like you're still, it's not like gold is useless afterwards, but like you're already at the point where you're like stronger than everyone in the game usually, and you hit it way earlier than normal. So you're definitely stronger than everyone. Like there's no need to farm as much. Like yeah, like you don't want to leave your camps up either. And I know I railed on you a lot last game for leaving camps up, but like you have like last game you weren't nearly as fed as you were this game. So like you kind of had to get the camp farm. This game you don't need to as much. So like you shouldn't be putting as much emphasis on it as you are right now. Okay. So recall here, you had 3k on you almost. Like let me see exactly how much. Alright, 2.5k. Maybe alright, not as much as 3k, but let's see. Cinderhulk, 1225, and Tabi. And like maybe even another health crystal. I think you have enough for all of that. So let's see what you buy. Tabi, Cinderhulk, health crystal. Exactly. Perfect. You're so strong. Now you even have like some tank stats. Like you should put a little more emphasis on killing Cinder right now because she's tied for the highest level on their team, and she's also the only magic damage. So if you kill her, well, not the only magic damage, but the primary magic damage. So if you kill her, you have armor already. So the rest of the team has to be the rest of the team doesn't do as much damage to you, so you don't have to be as afraid. So try to put emphasis on killing her first. She's also really easy for you to kill because she doesn't have any dash. Okay, so once again, this is what you should be looking out for. As soon as this guy shows up in the lane, get ready to kill him. He's alone. You know there are people top. You have vision of 3 of them. Boom, just kill this guy. Easy dive. Easiest dive of your life. Just go behind and kill him. And get this turret and trade turrets. Because they're going to get this for sure. There's no way you make it to this anymore. So you just dive and you kill him. Free. You know what I mean? Okay. Might as well wait for the wave in this case. You don't have to wait for the wave, but it's a little safer just because someone is pushing it in. And just go. Just go. Just go. What are you doing? No! What are you doing? Oh. Wait, what is happening? Okay, I see you. I guess you didn't want to show because your team is gonna get the turret anyway. But like, it's a free kill. You can get the kill and the turret, and then you can keep going because like they're still going. So you need to make a response play, and it's way easier to kill him at this turret than it is to kill him at this turret. So just go for that play. Like he's so dead. He's so dead. You're so strong right now. Like you're at a point where you could probably just run at him and kill him with your Trinity Force, and then just ult away. Like you're literally that strong. Like if you're actually afraid of taking turret too long. Like and you had teammates here. Like I think you literally could have just killed them alone. But you even had teammates here that make it even easier. Like definitely just take this kill and keep going because they're gonna keep going and you're not gonna make it in time to stop them. And even if Tryndamere gets there, he probably can't really help too much to stop either because they're both melee champions against 2 range. So if you get this kill on Syndra here, and you push so fast with your Trinity Force and your red buff, and you put the pressure on this turret by having him dead, they wouldn't be able to make this play as safely as they are right now. Oh, and if you have any questions, like as I'm saying anything, or you want to interject at all, just unmute your Discord mic and go ahead, or just type it in the stream chat and I'll see it. Okay, so this guy kills himself to try to fight them to defend the turret. This guy is likely dead too. Okay, works out. So your team is actually like doing stuff like to like defend. So like you should.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
So this guy kills himself.
Can you actually unmute Discord and then I'll listen to you on that? I think that'll be better because then I can talk.
Okay, sounds good.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Okay, I'll mute it on Discord. So you can just mute the stream. And okay.
Okay, I hear you now.
Oh, the screen share is still going too, so you can check on that periodically. If the like quality is improved, you could just
Oh
use that.
yeah.
If the quality
check
ever
that out.
improves.
Yeah, so I guess like I think one of the lessons I learned before was like I think like you're right that I should have dived here on the Syndra. But like one of the big mistakes I've made in the past is like I'll be ahead early in the game and then I'll like go and do some like risky dive play and like throw away my lead. And so like I guess I'm also like pretty scared of Syndra because I don't really know what she's capable of.
Okay.
Like I thought she could just like do her thing where she like throws me back and then like I'm taking all this tower damage and like.
Yeah. So the thing about that is that if you wait for the minions to go, she can like you just wait. So the minions are tanking, right? And you only take aggro once you start hitting her, right? So you start posturing that you're gonna charge her, right? So she has to respond by using her knockback on you, and then once that's used, then you just kill her because you won't be taking turret until you start hitting her. So you wait until she has to use it by getting close to her, then she uses it, and then you kill her, and then you just walk out of the turret range because you have a lot of armor at this point, or you have a lot of HP. You have a lot of HP and a decent amount of armor, so it's hard for her to kill you. It's hard for the turret to kill you at this point.
Even though we're the same level.
Yeah, like you're pretty tanky at this point.
Yeah.
Plus you have red smite. Okay. So you recalled and picked up cloth armor.
Skype is working now, so that's good.
Okay. So you recalled, picked up cloth armor. Now you're just farming out your top side. So you guys have brought it back like pretty well. You know, you were down like a decent amount. Now you're only down 700. You know, you're up kills now, and you're matched on turrets. Okay. So still same thing as before. If you see people off in a side lane by themselves, you just go assassinate them really quick. You're still really strong. Some people are starting to catch up to you in EXP, but as far as gold goes, I'm quite sure you're still the richest man in the game. 500 above Ash, 1800 above the next guy in the game. That's still pretty ridiculous.
Yeah.
Especially when you consider this Jax is down 3,400 gold to you. That's like basically a Trinity Force worth of gold. Like, that's how behind he is. He doesn't even have
1 and 3 and 2 at 63 CS. So.
Yeah, like you're like basically the point I'm trying to make is you're still really strong at this point in the game. You're 3 levels up on him. Like there's some people with the same level as you, like they're solo laners, like Syndra. I think Pantheon's close to 12 too. Like let's see, yeah, he's close to 12, about like 80-70%. But you're still really strong. So like you should still be looking as soon as if someone's alone, easy pickings, easy pickings. If it's just 2 people, still probably easy pickings as long as you have like 1 teammate. So you should be looking to play with your team like over here. Like your team's at the point where they aren't like completely useless anymore. So this looks like a pretty good fight. Little Pantheon, go straight on their backline, get exhausted. Okay, peel off because that guy hurts. That guy's really fed. Okay. So good, you don't go too deep. And you get out. So 1 for 1. Yeah, your Taric dies. Okay. So 1 for 1 in a 4v5, which is pretty good. So now Dragon's coming up. You don't have your ultimate for it, unfortunately. Grabbing the Scuttler. Tryndamere is getting aggressed on. Just finish Scuttle. He doesn't press his R key. That's not your fault. That guy just gets destroyed. And, okay, that's really not your fault, what happens here. There's really not much you're going to do about that. Vhagar killed himself, Tryndamere killed himself, and now you kind of just have to concede this dragon because you don't have your ultimate. Really not much to say about that. There wasn't really much you could have changed here. If you had ultimate, maybe you could have instantly ulted Ashe and just like got him off your team. But this is a misplay. Yeah, no reason to walk that way really, because like they've already got the dragon, right? I understand maybe you want these rafters, but like if you want these rafters, go around and then go.
Yeah.
Okay, so now we can talk about like look how much gold you lost. Like you're gonna give up on this shutdown. 36.6k, right? Okay, let's see. And you die. 900 gold for your kill.
900.
900 gold split across their team. Look at that.
Holy shit.
That's how much gold they just all got from killing. 140 each. This guy got 142. You still can't see it. And 390 on the killer. That's how much gold you just gave up on a shutdown. So like yeah, when you are on a streak, you gotta be really careful about giving up your shutdown. Like it's so much gold swing. That's basically like a turret worth of gold almost. Like,
yeah.
It's ridiculous how much you give up on a shutdown. So like be a lot more careful when you haven't given it up yet. And you don't lose all your bounty either. I think you lose like half of your bounty or like a portion of your bounty when you die. So like when you spawn here, you're still gonna have like a bounty. And if you're not sure if you have one still, like I think that is like max bounty right there, that symbol, like the 4. And then
Whoa, I didn't know it's a bounty symbol.
yeah, and then you'll spawn here. Like I'll skip to when you spawn. And you'll still have one. It won't be the same like indicator as him because you just lost, like you had that one, but you just lost it, so you're gonna have like a partial bounty right now. Like yeah, that you have 2.
Oh wow, I'm gonna look out for those now.
Yeah, he has 4 and you have 2 because you just lost half. So yeah. Okay, so
That's crazy.
so you bought giant spell. You didn't have that much gold. Okay, so that's fine. So you should be selling your hunter. I think you should have sold your hunter's potion and upgraded to chain vest, and then picked up a control ward. Because at this point, like you won't be farming long enough to the point where you'll really need like the hunter's potion that much. Yeah. So yeah, probably better to sell it in this case. Especially because like the way this game is going, like you're probably gonna need the control ward to get places like undetected because you don't have like turrets anymore, so they can kind of just walk in your jungle, or you don't have outer turrets. So it's pretty easy for them to walk in your jungle. So control wards, so you know you're walking through areas like undetected, is pretty important. So I need to stop speeding up. Okay.
Our Tryndamere keeps killing himself.
Yeah, that's a common Tryndamere tactic. So Tryndamere is actually not super weak right now. He's not like the strongest, but he's not the weakest either. When he starts split pushing, it's not the you can actually go help him with the split push, like because they'll probably send multiple people to kill him. But like since you're so strong, you can probably change the tides of a 2v2 just because he's not like useless. He's not like super fed, but he's got like 6 kills. So he's not useless. Yeah. So like you'll probably win a 2v2 because like this guy still isn't very strong. How much gold do you up? He got the bounty off you for free gold, and you're still 3k up on him. And let's see how much this guy's down. 77, 18 versus 8. So this guy, you both have a gold lead on these two. So if you were like down here ready to counter gank that, and you guys got the double kill here, you could pressure up this turret too. And there's no way they can do Baron with only 3 people, because one of them would have to tank. So you don't even have to worry about that. Like when you are strong, or even when you're like maybe only if your laner is strong and he's split pushing, a common strat you'll want to look out for is like hovering. Basically, like you kind of just like wait for him to get, because like if he's strong or even if he's not that strong but he's split pushing, they have to send someone for him, right? And if he's strong, then they'll have to send 2, right? But if you're strong too, or if you're just at a decent power point, you just counter gank that, and it's a free double kill, right? And then 2 people off the map this late into the game, that's like 30. Like he's dead for 30, 25 seconds, right? That's plenty of time to get this turret and threaten this one, right? If they don't send anyone back, and then
we can threaten Baron.
And then you can threaten Baron, or you can threaten like other turrets, right? Perfect, right? So like, yeah, he is killing himself. Like obviously, when you're split pushing, you want to wait for the rest of your team to have pressure. But once again, this is kind of the like, you can't wait for your team to make the ideal play, right? Sometimes you just gotta take what you're given, and if they're giving you like this, like he's just split pushing without like regard for like the possibility he'll get collapsed on, you play around that, Ideally, he waits until you're ready to like hover him, or he waits until you're making a play somewhere else to draw the pressure. But you can't expect that out of people, so you just gotta play around what you're given. Because like he's making the wrong play, but you still could have like influenced it and changed it for the better. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, capitalizing on people's bad plays is something I don't really do right now.
Yeah. A lot of that is just like knowing like what is wrong and right though. Like it's not always like easy to identify like that as like a potential play, right? Because like it's not a huge window that you really have usually. So
yeah,
just like learning like to identify it is pretty important. Okay. Okay.
I was trying to fear him backwards, but it didn't work.
Yeah. Still like look out! Like he's a level up on you, and you just destroyed him. Like,
yeah, I definitely could have dived him that earlier.
yeah. You're so strong right now. So now you just walk into their top side, look for anything, because your team is pushing up middle. Okay, you actually go around. Oh god, who calls this?
That was probably.
Oh god. Oh god, this is so scary. Holy shit, you have a mountain dragon at least, right? Okay, you have one. Oh boy. Oh boy. Alright, you got it. Okay.
I think that was my call.
Okay. Interesting. Okay. Just run him down. He is about to come up. He is up. Okay. Okay. So normally you don't want to chase this far. If the fight hasn't ended yet. I guess you couldn't really know if the fight was ended yet, but like same thing as earlier. Like your team is oh god. Your team is really dependent on you to make plays right now. So you want to be grouped with them as much as possible. So no, leave it here now though. Everyone's dead. Yeah. So so two
So I shouldn't have
concepts.
chased that guy.
I think it's fine to chase him as long as you backpin your team. I don't think you like, cause like people tunnel really hard, in pretty much every elo, but it's more pronounced in like lower, the lower you go. So they might not have even realized that you were like chasing, and they might have like thought you were still there as they continued the fight. Like let's watch what they do. So like just making sure you backping so your team knows. Like all right, actually let's see.
Yeah, like they're like going in hard.
Okay,
here.
all right. Okay, yeah, your team's pretty retarded, but yeah, I don't think it's the worst decision in the world to chase him, but if you do, you gotta let your team know what you're doing so they know not to, or they at least have like a better idea to not spin right at them and continue the fight
Yeah.
while you're not
I mean,
there.
I think that Trendamere just goes
Yeah.
haywire on anything.
Probably, but like yeah, the rest of your team like because he got out, like he could walk out afterwards. Like the rest of the team also committed to fighting without possibly not knowing that you were there. So you need to just recall here. You're too low to really do anything here. Right, okay, so you're running back to base. That works too. Oh, you have Baron recall though, so yeah. Okay, pick up your Dead Man's Plate. You got 400. Buy an extra Ruby Crystal, I guess. Sell you. Okay, that works. Okay, yeah, but still, sell your Hunter's Paw for control at this point. You don't need it anymore.
Yeah, I should have.
Okay. So you do have ultimate, I believe. Okay, yeah. Yeah, Dead Man's Plate, ultimate, and home guard movement speed. Like you could go for something here, but you just set it back off. Okay. You don't have to, it just was a possibility. Okay. So two parts of the team fighting thing I told you about earlier apply here. Playing for yourself, you're literally a level 1, you're the strongest guy in the game. Besides maybe this guy, yeah, this guy's 800 gold more than you. And obviously, the second part is play to kill this guy if possible.
Yeah.
Because this guy has like a shit ton of their gold, 12,000 most in the game, 1,400 over the next guy in the game. I mean, next guy on his team, 800 above you, and you're second in the game. So yeah, if you ever see an opportunity to go for him, kill him first, if possible. If it's puts you too much in danger though, or you don't think you can kill him, then don't. You have to use your judgment for that. Yep. Team's fighting once again. Yeah. Got exhausted. Kill him anyway though. Good awareness. Nice. And this should be a third kill. Wow, he missed. Okay, you got him though. Push him back. Perfect. Quality flash. Okay, so you can shove this up. Your team's gonna deal with the split and get the turret here. Good. Okay. So like, the story of this game has basically been whenever you show up, good things happen, but you're not always there. Like,
Yeah.
And if you were there, like good things would continue to happen. So like, you definitely could have carried this game. I'm not saying you're
Yeah.
not carrying it right now, but obviously I already know the outcome that you lose this game and
Yeah.
you end like 12-4 or something, so you don't get any more kills. From this position, the game is like still very sketch. It's pretty 50-50. But the point I'm gonna try to make up just from here, because I think this is this is the last kill you get in the game. The game wouldn't have been this close if you'd been at every fight. Yes,
Yep.
your team shouldn't have taken pretty much any of those fights.
Right.
But like, at the end of the day, if you're snowballed so hard like you were at the beginning of the game, literally like 10-minute Trinity Force, like you gotta change it up just for that game and realize like you don't need to farm as much and you shouldn't put as much emphasis into it just because like you can influence so much. Yeah, in an ideal world, every single time you're farming and it looks like your team wants to go kill themselves, you backping 20 times and they say, oh yeah, we probably shouldn't try to make a play without the dude who has half the gold on our team. But like you can't anticipate that like ever in solo queue from people, so you just gotta like, as long as it's a fight
Just
where you're
be more offensive.
offensive, and as long as it's a fight, like there's still like some fights where like you couldn't do anything, like maybe because like you had just like you hadn't back from like the last fight yet, or you tanked dragon and you were too low, so you couldn't actually show up. But a lot of these that like were happening, like the bot lane, like him getting collapsed on, or like some of the fights in the early game where you're just like doing stuff on the other side of the map, like you're just like clearing out your top jungle or something. Like you could have been there and you would have influenced it heavily. Like you had enough resources too. That's just what you got to look out for more. Like that's a like maybe that comes with like map vision. I feel like, because I don't think you look. You're definitely way better than before at it. Like when we first started, you literally just like you might as well have been playing on lock screen.
Yeah.
And now you actually do watch your lanes a decent amount, but it's like more than the lane phase now too. As soon as like it looks like a fight might be starting, you gotta be like on that and watching. I know, and I think F keys will help you a lot with that once you bind them again. Whether you want to do it on F or ZX and C.
So like, am I like how far am I from being at the point where I would get to diamond?
I don't know. It's really hard to quantify. You know, like if you played in like the thing is like if you play enough games, usually like you've maintained like 55 like 50 win rate for a while, but you haven't played like that much since like platinum, since from what I've seen. So I don't like. For all I know, like I only see like a small portion of your games, right? And you make a lot of these mistakes, but like a lot of, I wouldn't say a lot, but like a decent amount of what I say is like it's nitpicky because like obviously like I'm coaching you, I want to point out everything so you know and you learn from it, right? But like you're literally like 12-1 right now, right? Like if you go 12-1 like every game, you're probably gonna climb pretty fast. You know, you're definitely gonna have games like this one where you end up losing. I'm not even sure how yet, because like we're still getting to that point. But like, if you can consistently put up like scores like this and like you consistently win early games like this, you don't really need much from your team and you'll win these games, you know? Like even with all these mistakes that you make, you know, you don't show up to these fights or you're over farming or like all this stuff, you know, like you'll still probably win like a majority of your games if you play like this, you know? Obviously I don't see all your games, you know, I can look at your scores and see, but like it's hard for me to say without you having played like a lot of games, because like you got to Plat, like you were basically, as we were like coaching, like every single time you played like a decent amount of games, you were climbing, you know, like I don't think there was ever like a point where you're like you're just like hard stuck here for like 50 games.
I've yet to like stagger to like a 50 or below % win rate.
Yeah, you know, like it's hard for me to like quantify for you because like you've never really hit like a point where you're just like stop climbing, and like there's never been like a point where I look at your match history every now and then, I don't see like a point, like there's always like a few games where you're just like popping off, like you're like super fed, you know, in your last 20, you know, there's always like a few where I just see you like pop off, you know, so like obviously there's a lot of variance in League of Legends, but like it's never like I've never like looked at your games and be like, oh, it looks like you're just like you're stuck here. Like I've never really gotten that vibe from you.
I think maybe the biggest thing I can work on is the like knowing. Well, I guess like just knowing when to try to like be around the team and like like I kind of like I think one of the ways that I got better in the past was by like basically ignoring my team and just always trying to do the right thing.
Yeah, that's
And like
fair.
but like trying to like not necessarily just doing something because I think it's right, but doing something like because they're going in anyways or something.
It's kind of like a mix.
Yeah.
It's kind of like a mix because this game is different because you were so fed and you were fed so early, right? So like
Yeah.
if you were at like anything, it would have changed stuff. If you're not as fed, obviously it changes because like you obviously like if you're not as fed, you can't just like walk into a fight and say I win now, right? Like
Yeah.
like so like some of the stuff you're doing like you're farming and stuff. It's like the problem was like you were playing like you weren't fed when you were, and like
Yeah.
obviously you're not fed every game, so like you have to learn how to play when you're not fed too, and like the stuff you're doing, this like you've taken like a lot of like I remember because like when I first talked to you and we were first coaching, I told you to do stuff that was consistent, and what was consistent? Farming, right? And
Yeah.
that's taken you like at the end of the day, like it's always going to be like it's almost never going to be like the wrong play to farm. Like in like
Yeah.
over the course of like 50 games, right?
Right,
Like,
right.
over the course of 50 games, if you play like a ganking style versus a farming style, you're gonna win more farming,
Right,
over
right.
the long run. It's just like I'm pointing out just like this specific game, like
Right.
just because you're so
And,
fed, like
and that's
yeah,
it's all about like, being able to adapt to different situations.
exactly,
What
yeah.
will make you like get to higher ranks.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, not necessarily like because like that's not necessarily a thing. It's just like you'll climb faster, you'll climb more
True.
consistently because like you're still like winning games. Like it's not like
Yeah,
you're
like I guess like my fundamental strategy works in like most games.
Yeah,
But yeah, I
yeah,
could
yeah.
like maybe have like a 60 or 65% win rate if I adapted more.
Yeah, instead of like 55, you could
Yeah.
go to like 60, 65, if you like you just like adapt to the situation more. And that's like what like this is for. Like I hope you identify like the situation where like this game in particular, and it seems like a decent amount of your games, you do pretty well in the early, You know how to look for ganks and stuff. And you understand like to break turrets and stuff, like when you killed top earlier, you stayed and finished off the turret and everything. You keep your farm up and stuff. A lot of the stuff like you didn't do before, before you just kind of like this kind of looks like a good game because like oh nice I killed them, and then you leave, you don't push the wave, you don't push
Yeah,
the
yeah.
turret, like you're doing all that stuff now, which is great, and like now we're getting to like a different kind of thing to focus on, which is like now that you're at that point, like you need to know like what to do with it,
Right.
so yeah.
Yeah, my friend like well, one of the things we always joke about is how often I'll be like 10-0 and still lose.
Yeah,
Like it's pretty ridiculous. Like my like early game is like usually really really good, and I just don't successfully like turn it into wins enough.
yeah, like I won't lie, the amount of times I see like scores where you're like 14-7 or something and you like lose is like it's pretty high. So
Yeah.
I've kind of been like curious as like what's going on in these games because
Yeah.
like I'm pretty sure you're getting all like I'm pretty sure like most of the time you get like 14 kills and stuff. A lot of it is coming from the early game, so something's breaking down like later on.
Yeah.
Which naturally makes sense because like obviously like team fights are like the hardest thing in League of Legends. There's so many variables in such a short frame. You have to make snap decisions, and like obviously like when you're ganking a lane, it's so simple, right? You focus on that guy's HP bar and what he has, and you play around that.
I think like while I'm not that good at team fights, I think like I'm way worse at like knowing where to be on the map mid game than the actual like micro of a team fight.
Yeah, so basically like this game it applied even more heavily because you were so fed. You could literally pick anyone and they just die if they were alone in the lane. But even in general, if you're not super fed, that's a pretty good concept to go by still. Like if someone's alone, just gank them. Like it's like just gank them in the mid game as long as you ward out before, so you know you don't get countered. Like all those situations where Pantheon was fighting Sion back at like level 10. So we're 25 minutes. I'll go fast forward to like I'll rewind to like when it was like this point. Like you're so fed right now, right? At this point in the game, like I guess you were low still from this, but like situations like this, like if you're right here, he's dead. Like there's not a chance this guy lives, right? If you gank him right now, like so, like ignore the fact that you're low HP right now. Like theoretically, if you just went and ganked this guy right now, he'd be so dead, right? Not a chance he lives, and then you break turret. Like it's stuff like that you need to look out for. Like past like the, I guess it's like an accelerated mid game because like bot turret went down so fucking fast because he's playing fucking Veigar bottom, but Like,
Is that guy just trolling?
yeah, he's trolling. But like, uh, yeah, like this is the stuff you look out for. Like, just break the turrets and like open up the map. Like, and once you got like the 3 turrets, then it's a bit the first 3 turrets, like the first outers. Then it's a bit harder to identify where to go. Just however possible, like you just want to make picks. Whether it's walking into their jungle or like someone's pushed up too far, like someone's over here with no turret here, you just go punish them and kill them. Generally, the last thing you ever want to do is team fight, just because there's too many variables for you to control all the time. You know,
Yeah.
if you're like that Fiora from the last game and everyone's full AD and you've hit 4 items and you're literally unkillable, then yeah, go team fight. There's no variables because no one can fucking kill you. But
Yeah.
like most of the time, like team fights are gonna be extremely variable, just because like there's too many things to take into account to make it like reproduce like winning situations.
Yep.
So what you always want to look out for is like those like people off in a side lane, and then you just kill them, and then like you make a play off of the 4v5, right? You know, whether that's like spreading out your pressure or like going to do Baron or just like pushing up that lane that you killed them in if they don't respond to you, you know? But like it's way easier to make a decision about what to do once you've already got a pick. And like that means you don't necessarily have to team fight. Like team fighting is the last thing you want to do. Even when I'm playing on a Smurf account, like most of like the wins and most of anyone who's smurfing, they win because like they destroy their lane or they kill every lane while they're like if they're laning, they destroy their lane so hard that like they just like kill everyone afterwards. Or if they're jungling, they just destroy every lane and they end the game at 20 minutes. You know, they don't ever get to team fighting. You know, they're still gonna be the best team fighter in the game, but like the extent of what you can do in a team fight if your team is behind versus like how much you have impact in the early game and stuff is significantly different. Like if you put like a Smurf player, like a challenger player in gold, and you put him only in team fight situations, he'd probably still win like 70-80% just solo carrying in the team fights. But like if you put him in like, hey, you play from the start, win the game, he'll probably win like 95% or more. Like just because like it's so much easier to impact and in the early game. And that's not just like a Smurf thing. Like it's literally a fact. Team fights are harder to carry by yourself than like the early game, and just in general. And you know, like even throughout the game, like you just want to try to avoid team fighting however possible. And if you do team fight, you want to try to start it off by like insta killing someone if possible that's out of position. You know, like let's say like okay, you were sieging mid, okay, in the scenario, like let's say like the rest of your team is right here, you two are up here. There's 4 people right here, and there's like a Syndra or someone coming in from the side, right? You just immediately go onto the side and separate them, and then turn the fight into a 4v5, and it's way easier to fight the 4v5, obviously, or like after. So like if obviously like it goes through, there's 3 steps. One, you try to not. One, you don't want to team fight. You try whatever you could do to not team fight. You know, whether that's killing people in side lanes or whatever. You want to avoid team fight. But 2, if you have to team fight, you look out for who is out of position at the start, right? And you kill them immediately if possible. You know, if anyone's off to the side alone, you know, they took like a wrong path, like getting to the turret, or like you saw them, they were like catching a wave in bottom and they rotate over. That's number 2, you know, like that's the second best scenario. You catch someone out at the start of the fight, and then you fight a 4v5 to give yourself the best chance to win. And then the absolute worst thing, number 3, is like the worst thing that can possibly happen is you have to team fight 5v5. But that doesn't even necessarily mean you lose yet, you know.
Right.
It's just a team fight, but you just don't want to get to that point.
Or 2 of my teammates kill themselves, and then we have to 3v5.
Yeah, that's the nightmare scenario. We don't talk about that. But like yeah, like if you've exhausted like steps 1 and 2, and then you team fight, it's still probably like, okay, maybe not always a 50-50, but like you still have like a chance, you know? Like you want to just make sure you exhaust every other option before you take the team fight, because the team fight just is the lowest percentage play.
Right.
Okay. So yeah, this guy like you like disappear, and then this guy's like, I guess he left. And you just wrap around and just destroy him. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, you're still really strong at this point in the game. Like even still, like you're starting to fall off a little bit. If this was like 5 minutes earlier, he wouldn't have even gotten the chance to walk out. But still, you're still very strong. Okay, so 1300 gold. Just bottom here with Veigar. Okay, not the worst thing in the world. Popping all your pots. So in a situation like this, where you're like grouping with your team in a lane here, but you're like waiting for them to push into the turret, you want to stay in the bushes or just in the jungle so your mana regenning. Your mana regenning more than you would in the
Oh
lane.
yeah.
So yeah, because you're not full mana here, and you use a lot of mana in a fight. Like you don't want to waste your mana pushing here. You just want to wait in the jungle here on the side.
Yeah.
Unless you need it, like you need to put like the Baron on the creeps or something, and they directly need your presence in the lane. You want to be in the jungle regenning mana. Okay, so dragon's coming up soon. I think that's a fire. Oh, that's Earth Dragon. Okay. So you're here. Your team isn't here. You have your ultimate to get over the wall if you need to. Uh-oh. Finish dragon. Okay. This fight is over. Just ult out. Ult out. Ult out. Ult out. Good. Good identification. That the fight was beyond over. So you don't lose that. You're not going to lose too much. Just because there's no Baron for them to take. They'll probably get your inhib, but inhib is still better than losing Baron. Oh god, you got baited. You're dead. Yeah. So it's all about yes, like this ties back in. I think this is probably where like a lot of the apprehension you have of playing with your team is, because like stuff like this can happen, right? But it's all about just like knowing your power level relative to the game. Also, when you're deciding on like, when to make plays, and obviously you use your own judgment as well. Like it's very hard for them to have peeled off and killed you if like back earlier in the game when you had such an early Trinity Force. At this point, you're still strong, but like you're not at the point where like they can't just like peel off and kill you. You know.
Yeah.
And also, you didn't have this was kind of like a sketchy thing to do, just because like they were all there and you're still missing 2 people. But like yeah, I'm not saying like you group with your team all the time, every single time with your fed. You still have to use your judgment, like when deciding like exact situations. Like this one, like I think he baited you for sure. It looked like you didn't want to go, and he pinged it, so you just went and helped. It's all about finding the balance. Like.
That was a good Vagar.
Yeah, Vagar cage. Yeah. Like at the end of the day, like still, you're gonna be the guy who knows your limits better than anyone in the game, but anyone on your team, like almost certainly, just because like you have so many Hecarim games. But so you do use your judgment, but like, if you're at the point like you were earlier in this game, like in the early game, like where they just don't have the damage to kill you fast like they do at this point when they have items. Make sure, like, just try to be more active with your team.
Is it bad that I play Hecarim every game?
No.
Okay.
Are you starting to get doubts?
No, I like Hecarim.
Okay.
He's still, like, I like him even more than before.
As far as like learning the game kind of goes, it's really nice to at least know how to play the meta champions, just because like then you know how to play against them too. You have a better understanding of what they do.
Yeah.
But as far as like climbing goes, it's still best to just play one champion primarily.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Yeah. Yeah, you're not at the point where you're unkillable anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, that moment has passed. Especially because this guy's got Void Staff and you don't have magic resist. You don't have that much magic resist yet. So when you're deciding like how strong, like how tanky you are, just like watch if they have penetration first. That's like the biggest like indicator of like if you can tank them or not. If they have penetration, you probably can't tank very long. Like in this case, he has Void Staff and this guy's got Black Cleaver plus Yomu's, so he's got flat pen and percent pen. This guy's got percent pen and flat pen as well. So yeah, you're not very tanky to them at the moment. That guy's dead. Wow. Spin. Dead. What a mess of a game. What a mess of a game this is.
Yeah. The Tryndamere and Veigar are both trolls, I think.
Yeah, that's... Not troll. I don't think they're trolling as in like the play so much, but their picks are like very troll.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
What is that?
What is this? What? Jesus, all chat is so cancerous. Jesus. Holy. What is he even saying? Alright, so Baron's coming up soon. So you're still like strong, but you're not like invincible. So you gotta pick and choose where you're going pretty carefully here. This fight is gonna go horribly.
Alright, just missed my ult.
Yeah, this is game, I think. This fight is super over. He's gonna stun you and you're dead. Yeah. Okay, so there's really not too much to talk about in this fight, but I'll break it down because it's the last fight anyway. So this you kind of have like a small habit here that's kind of bad. You probably don't even notice it. It's pretty subtle.
Overbacking?
No. So this is, you still can't do anything here. It's gonna be like right here. It's about to happen. Okay, so your E, I think it's up, but here's the thing. You're putting yourself in a position. You need to either pick, go in with the ultimate here, or don't even put yourself in range to get auto attacked by Ashe. Unless you're committing to go in, because it's very slight. You take a little bit of damage here, but it's like you want to be full health. Like you're missing 1300 health just from that, right?
Yeah, it's a lot of damage.
Yeah, like if you're not ready to commit to going in, don't put yourself in damage range at all, okay?
Yeah.
Because like your ultimate outranges people's attack ranges, like everyone in the game. Your ultimate's like way further. Like the furthest attack range of the game is like 650. Your ultimate's like over 1,000, I'm pretty sure. So like you don't ever have to be in like damage range unless you like want to be. So like unless you're ready to just go right in, like right then, don't even put yourself in damage range to get chunked out beforehand, because it's just there's no point, you know. And I've seen you do this a few times too, you know. So yeah, start to get in the habit of like if you're gonna commit, full commit. If you're not gonna commit, don't put yourself in danger of getting chunked out before the fight starts. So this fight is just donezo from the start. You don't get the Taric ultimate. You should try to get in range of that if possible, like whenever it happens.
How do I know it's happening?
I'll show you. This is the indicator. I'll show you when he uses it here. Boom. You gotta be in this when it ends. This is the indicator that it's coming.
Oh, I didn't know what that was.
So if you're in either circle, you get the Taric ult.
And how long is it?
2.5 seconds of invulnerability.
Like from that point on for 2.5 seconds after it finishes?
After it finishes, yeah, you'll see the glow.
Why is he even casting it there? Like we're not even close, right?
Because there's a delay. It just went off. It just went off. Okay, so now they're invincible. So yeah, it's got a 2.5 second delay, I think, and it's 2.5 seconds of invulnerability afterwards.
I see. So you use the 2.5 seconds to charge in.
Yeah, to walk into them, and then like you go in when you're invulnerable. Yeah.
Yeah, if I knew about that,
like yeah,
could have been a lot more things I could have done earlier in the game too, I think.
Yeah. This fight is pretty fucked from the start. Like even if you had been invulnerable right now, it really wouldn't change anything. Like let's take theoreticals, right? So it wears off like right here. So basically, like as you like were here, it would have worn off. So it wouldn't have really done anything. But like it's just something to take into account. It's kind of like the same thing with redemption. Like you just want to be in it, you know, like
yeah,
kind of thing. Okay, so yeah, you just get kited out here. Your ultimate's pretty bad, but regardless of hitting the ultimate, there's no way you would have really killed him. Even if you had killed him, like it wouldn't have mattered. Like this fight's just super over.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's the game. So, start to get in the habit of using F keys. Whether you want to rebind them to ZX and C or not, that's up to you.
Yeah.
But that's something you should definitely get in the habit of, because I feel like part of your like problem of not going to fights or just like not being with your team stems from the fact that you don't always know that they're happening.
Right.
And yeah.
If I press the F key and then release it, does it send me back to my hero?
No.
How do you go back to your hero?
Spacebar.
Oh, I never pressed spacebar.
That's why I like ZX and C so much, because they're right next to spacebar. So it's very simple for me to just hit Z, look at top lane, hit X, look at mid lane, hit C, look at bot lane, and then hit spacebar to recenter on myself. Because they're all right next to each other.
Yeah, I just hit those keys by accident sometimes. So
Yeah.
it which has killed me before, and so then I
So
was
you're
like I
unbanned. Okay.
raged out of those hotkeys.
Okay. But yeah. You don't have to use them, but if you don't use them, you gotta be really, really on point with clicking around the map to like see what's going on. Like as soon as
Well, no,
like
I think I should just learn to use the F keys.
yeah, I think so too. Like there's some people who just like absolutely cannot do it. I don't know why. There's some mental block with it, and they just refuse to. And they've got like insanely like good mouse accuracy and speed, so they just click everywhere. And you know, if it works for you, it works for you. You know, I'm not gonna tell you not to if you actually do, because like I was like I told him like you should use F keys. He's like I click everything, and he's like I'm like I don't believe you. Show me a first person bot, and he literally like clicks everything like perfectly, and he sees everything.
Yeah.
So I'm like,
Yeah.
all right, if you can do that, then like do it. But like that's very rare. Like that's not the norm.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
like just use the F keys. You know, it's at the
No,
end of the
I
day.
think
Yeah.
I think the F keys are just like something I should definitely do.
Yeah. So the biggest thing, like your early games, you know, obviously, and like your mid games, like there's some parts where like you're either over farming or you're under farming. Like the last game you were under farming, this game you were over farming. Both games have the common trait of like you getting pulled in to do very, very bad dragons that
Yeah.
just cost you a lot of pacing. Dragon is literally less gold and less EXP than one jungle camp. So like if you're doing it, it's literally only for the buff. So like if you're at a point where you want to farm because you're not ahead or like
It's
you have
also
everything
for team morale though.
on. Partially.
Like teams like way over like they think that the game is like won or lost based on like how many dragons they have.
Yes. That is partially true. Just I guess some people weigh it more than others. But like even for this has always been my philosophy towards Dragon. You can win. I mean, you cannot win a game off getting a dragon, but you can definitely lose a game off trying to do dragon and getting killed for it. Like,
Yeah.
cause like Infernal Dragon, really nice. You know, you get free stats. Mountain Dragon, really nice. You kill Baron faster. You kill turrets faster. Ocean Dragon, really nice. You know, you get regen, makes it harder to lose lane. And Air Dragon, you run faster. It's pretty shit. But like at the end of the day, like they're probably gonna fight you for it in most cases. It's very, very slow. It hurts a lot. You're probably gonna have to recall after it early game, and it doesn't give you like anything except the dragon. So unless you're gonna make use of the dragon bonus itself, it's not worth it. And like it's so scary to fight for it because most of the time you're gonna be the one who has to tank it and use all your mana to kill it, right? So like, not only that, that means you have to rely on your team to win the fight while you're like gimped, which is like even scarier. Like a proposition.
What do you think of the Rift Guardian?
The Rift Herald.
Yeah.
You can actually solo it pretty easily because it doesn't really do much damage anymore, and you can hit the eye by yourself.
So do I just like kite it until the eye comes out and then attack the eye?
Yeah, you just get behind and hit the eye. But once again, it's Rift Herald. I put a little more emphasis on than Dragon because it once you summon it, it will always do at least like half HP of a turret just by itself. So like from its charge, like it just blows up turrets. And like if you use it after you win a team fight, like you can get like 3 turrets with it pretty easily. So I put a little more emphasis on it because like turrets like give you gold at least, you know, basically like you can treat Rift Herald as like a guaranteed turret. That's kind of how I look at it. So like if you can do it for free, you do it because basically you just take it to a lane, you kill a turret with it, and it's got like the potential to like do like way more, you know, like I'd say like even over like Infernal Drag, it's probably worth it, even though people might not think so. Like 3 turret, like the potential for 3 turrets and the minimum of 1 turret versus like 8 AD and 8 AP. Okay, maybe Infernal Drag's a little better, but the rest of the drags it's definitely better than for sure. It's pretty high emphasis and it doesn't really hurt that much. Like I'm pretty sure Cloud Drag, Ocean Drag, Mountain Drag all hurt more than like Rift Herald does. Like they do a lot of damage to you, especially Cloud Drag. Fuck that dragon. That shit hurts so much. So yeah, I put like decent emphasis on it, but like at the end of the day, remember that it's like a tool to kill turrets. So if you can choose to just kill the turret outright, then probably just kill the turret outright, rather than get the herald. But like if you like can't kill a turret because like either people have rotated to defend or something, then you can go ahead and get the Herald. Like it doesn't take super long, especially with two people. And like if you have like all your camps are down, and you have nothing to gank or something for whatever reason, you can just go solo it by yourself. It doesn't. It
The
doesn't.
Rift Rope doesn't actually do any damage now.
Yeah, it does like no damage. I don't know what the hell they did to it. I don't know
Like,
why.
And it seems like it has infinite health, but then the eye comes out and it just goes down.
It just goes down real fast. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's decent priority, but like, once again, like probably not worth fighting for because if you lose a team fight for it, then like you can lose way more than you gain, especially if they get the Herald off of it too. Like, almost never in solo queue will I ever want to take fights for objectives unless it's Baron and you have like no choice. Obviously, Baron's a bit different because of like how much impact it has on the map just like right when it dies. So that's a bit different, but. In general, like looking for fights around objectives that you aren't like if you're looking for a fight around an objective and you're not already up like a shit ton of gold, then it's very sketchy because you can lose the game like right there.
Right.
So
right.
unless you're like really confident you'll win the fight, I generally tend to stay away from those like high variance play. Don't like doing it.
Right.
So yeah, like your early games, like under farm over farm, you know, a lot of it stems from like you doing dragons, and that's very easy fix. Just don't go do dragons.
Yep. I'm just gonna try to like not go to dragon unless it's infernal, and most of the time.
Yeah. Or if you have like nothing to farm, then it's like all right, might as well. But like like stop doing dragon so much when you have like other priorities.
Yeah, like, I guess like if their team is like all just like hiding under turret and I've taken all my jungle.
Yeah, like go for it. You know.
Yeah.
You can solo it too, but like I still like in general, like if you have to pick between soloing two, Rift Herald's also probably better. And yeah, like you lost a lot in these games from like trying to do dragon and stuff, or like just doing the dragon. You know, not even necessarily like because you lost the fight. Like most of the time, I'm pretty sure you got dragon like every time, but like you still like lost out like by like from like your perspective, you lost out on it, which is like never what you want to do. Early games, under
Also,
farm the
like,
first game.
What I've had a bunch of games where like my like ADC instead of like killing a bunch of minions in lane will like come into my jungle and just start killing things.
Like more than just your golems.
Oh yeah, like everything.
Oh, what the fuck?
Like, is that where I just go to lane?
That's where you backping them and type question marks. Like they shouldn't be taking your jungle. Like at a minimum.
So many like ADCs like kill my like red guys.
Yeah, like that shouldn't happen until like 11, like level 11, like minimum. Like they should never even be in your jungle. Like, like especially if they have like minions to farm in lane. Like if they're at
they had minions and they were just
okay, then they're retarded.
Like I had this guy that was just like farming Gromp when he had like minions like right near his turret.
Yeah, I don't know. That's definitely not the optimal play. Definitely not. But yeah, just gotta make sure you know like identify like when you need to farm, when you don't need to farm. You know, in these two games, it was different. You underfarm one, overfarm the other.
Sterak's Gauge.
Sterak's Gauge. Pretty good item. Pretty good.
Like,
item.
didn't they just buff it?
They changed it in a way that is a buff for Hecarim. Yeah.
And like, when is the right time for me to get that item?
It's usually like a final item kind of thing. I think so. These three items, you're still watching the screen share, right?
Yeah.
So these three items are like your core. You're gonna get these like every game, basically.
Yeah.
And then generally it's gonna be like Visage next. But if you don't need MR, you can go Sterak's Gauge or GA or both. You know, if you don't need MR. But if you do need MR, you'll probably get Visage, and then
how do I know when to go GA?
Basically like. If you need to provide like frontline presence, or like or like you're in a situation where if you die in a team fight, your team will lose, that's when you get GA. Or like, okay, so basically how it works is like Sterak's Gauge will help you not die, and GA will make it so that you can die, then you'll get back up. So picking between those is like.
It probably depends on the team comp.
Probably depends on the team comp. Like Sterak's Gauge is better against burst, because like. Yeah. You need to take a certain amount of damage and like a certain amount of time frame to activate the shield. So like if you're at a point where like you're not even getting bursted very hard, then you don't need it. You just get GA and you get Visage. And like if you don't need Visage, like they're all AD or something, then you just go like you can go GA because it gives armor.
I used to get GA as last item. Is it still last item?
Last item or second to last? I think it's fine sometimes to get it after these three.
I see.
Because it'll keep your damage up too, because it gives you AD
Yeah.
now. So like, if you need like an extra bit of damage, or like you want the passive, or if you want armor, there's a lot of scenarios where you can build it still. Just not if
So
you need
is it
MR.
better or worse for Hecarim than it used to be?
Better in most scenarios, I'd say, but not all, because like it doesn't give
Yeah.
MR anymore. But it's
All,
still,
all of Hecarim's MR items were nerfed, basically.
I think all of MR items are nerfed in general, really.
I see.
But yeah. Visage is still good, you know, it's still not a bad item at all. It's still probably the best MR item most games, you know. Adaptive Helm, you know, every now and then, you know, depending on the team comp might be okay. But in general, still Visage is still really good. And it's still probably your best MR item in almost every game.
And still the Iron Elixir.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because of Iron Elixir Ninja Tabby is the best combo late game. Because
And I've been getting like when I'm winning the game, I'll get the sweeper.
yeah.
But I've only gotten the blue award once to try it out, but I don't know when to get it.
It's pretty bad.
Yeah.
I'd only ever get it if no one on my team is getting it for some reason. Like usually your mid laner or your AD carry should get it, right? Just
Yeah.
because you have one on the teams in case you need like emergency vision on a Baron or something,
Yeah.
or like I don't know, like just not much. That's basically the extent.
But
of it.
you want one blue on your team?
Yeah, you want one. Like if you tell like, hey, AD carry man, can you get a blue trinket? And he's like, nah, that shit's for losers. Then you pick it up because he's retarded.
Okay.
But like aside from that, you don't. It's not your job to get it. It's
Yeah.
usually the AD carry's job or the mid laner's
As like
job.
a tank, I want to get sweeper most of the
Yeah,
time.
you want to get sweeper because like they can't really sweep safely because like,
Yeah.
obviously like it's dangerous. So you get sweeper, or like if you're at a point where like actually there's very few situations where I would stick with the warding trinket late game. Just because like sweeper, it's good if they're in your jungle and it's good if you want to clear their jungle too. So it's like it works both ways, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, as far as item build goes, like Guardian Angel is good for like multiple scenarios because it gives you more damage than like Sterix Gauge, and obviously it gives you armor and it gives you the passive too. So it's not bad as a fourth item, especially if you don't need magic resist. Like I actually think it's probably your best fourth item if you don't need magic resist, not counting boots, obviously. Like after your Cinder Hulk, your Deadman's, your Trinity, like I think it's completely fine to get. Just because the passive is really good, as long as you don't need MR. If you do need MR though, and you just go Visage, and then you go either GA or Sterix, depending on the game.
Yep.
And yeah, to sum up, like your early game was great. You know, you just needed to play with your team more. Dragons were a problem. We talked about that. Overfarmed this game a little bit. Underfarmed the last game a little bit. You know, all about finding the balance. You know, pretty troll team comps both games, so I can't really talk too much about that. The team fights were kind of odd. I know I explained to you before like how frontlining in team fights works. Didn't really get to see too much of it today, but just like that plus like the three like types of team fights I told you about today. Just make sure you keep those in mind. Do you want me to explain them one more time, or do you think you got it?
I think I got it.
Okay, so yeah, those will help you team fighting immensely. Just like before like the fight starts, just like in your head run through like the checklist, like what should I be looking out for in the fight, you know, if this guy steps up, do I go for him, or like do I just like try to play safe, you know, etc., etc. And yeah, there's not too much else to take from these games. You know, I think once you start getting back into the groove of it, like playing more, I think you're probably like consistent enough to climb a bit more, at least like a little bit more from like what I'm seeing. Maybe not all the way up to Diamond 5 yet, but like I don't think you'll be like stuck, so to speak. As long as you like keep improving and playing, I think you'll be okay for now. But yeah.
And then what's after Diamond?
Master.
Yeah, I probably will never reach that.
You never know. But I would say Diamond to Master is probably the hardest transition, just because like once you hit Master, you're at that point where like you're playing against like people who play the game like professionally and stuff. But like don't worry about like Diamond is a huge achievement for a lot of people, especially like you're in your like this is your like first real season, right? Like you played a little bit last season, but like not much. Right?
I was happy when I hit gold this season.
Like yeah, it's most people are happy when they hit gold, like because that's like whenever every season they they give out a skin for people who are gold and higher. So most people they're like, hey, I hit gold for the season, I get my skin, and they just don't play anymore. So so yeah, you're going for the vindication of diamond. So it's a I don't know what the percentage is. It's a pretty small percentage. I know like I guess it's not a good thing to look at percentage because I'm pretty sure like silver 3 is like considered like the top 50% or something. But like I think diamond, I don't know if it's still the 1%. Maybe it's like the 2% now, but it's still pretty big accomplishment for a lot of people. And a lot of people think the diamond border looks really cool. I'm sick of
Yeah,
it.
it does.
I'm sick of it because I have to look at it every day. But yeah, if that's
I
something
think
you're
Plat
looking for,
border is cooler than diamond border though.
maybe I don't know.
But because of the prestige, diamond is better.
Yeah, the prestige. Yeah, that's what matters, you know.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I think that's good. I'm gonna go get something to eat.
Okay. So yeah, same thing as always, you know. Either you hit me up or I'll hit you up if you want schedule again, and we'll work it out from there.
Cool. Perfect.
All right,
Thank you.
Talk to you in a bit. Peace.
All right. See ya.
Okay. That was fun. Ooh, that was a